Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We lost a week.
2 weeks.
Was it 2 weeks?
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
Don't blame us. Blame University College Cork and the Cork Institute of Technology.
Yeah, fuck you guys. And your
Not
exams.
actually, fuck you guys. Keep us there.
No,
but
we like you.
it's exam season,
Yeah.
and it's Christmas exam season, so we're fairly bogged down with study and what have you. So that's why we had to take 2 weeks off. So sorry about that, but we're back again with the ill behaviour.
Okay then, that's what you want to call it.
But yeah, so we're trying to be good. We really are.
We're trying.
We're
trying.
But it's hard, and yeah, I don't know. I'm so all over the place, Jack. I had a shit exam today, and it's really thrown me for a loop. I wasn't expecting to do this today either.
Yeah,
You threw me for a loop. I'm loopty.
I was just. I don't know. I'm kind of just doing this out of
You don't-
procrastination
you don't
more
want to
so
study,
than
yeah.
more so than anything. I was like, "Hey, do you want to do an episode?"
So if this is a shit episode, it's because our hearts aren't in it. We're just doing it to kill time.
Don't say that. No.
No, I will say that. You will not silence me.
So yeah, it's in terms of wrestling, it's been a weird few weeks.
This is our first time.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Jesus Christ. Be professional. You fucking hound over there in the corner eating Toblerone.
You're eating Toblerone too.
I'm not eating it while on the mic. I'm doing strategically. And I'm taking small bites. So if someone talks to me, I can swallow.
First
Your
off,
mouth is full. You still can't even talk.
do not act like this is a professional podcast. Nothing about this is professional.
Yeah. See? Small bites. Small bites.
Anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore. You're on your own, partner.
No, it's been a weird few weeks.
What I was going to say was, this is our first time recording since Survivor Series,
Yeah.
which was like
2 weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago even.
3 weeks
Could have
ago.
been. It could be 3 weeks ago. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But a lot's happened since. We've seen the rise of Keith Lee.
Don't you forget about Keith.
Yeah, can't forget about Keith, who's actually wrestling tonight for a chance to become the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. I am very excited for that
He
match.
will surely win.
I'd say so. It makes sense in the short term, like, you know. He's strike where the iron's hot. Like,
Do they have a takeover coming up soon?
No, the next one's like February.
Yeah.
So it's announced that the match is it's the #1 contendership match tonight, triple threat, Ciampa, Lee, and Balor. Winner faces Ciampa next week on the final or the final NXT of the year.
Oh yeah.
Or not Ciampa, Cole on the final
Is next week the final NXT of the year?
yeah, because next week
The
is
week
the
after
18th.
is Christmas.
The week after is the week after is Christmas. Just that just gave me scaries.
So there's no. I'm assuming Dynamite's the same. Dynamite isn't happening Christmas Day.
18th is the last. The 18th is the last. Dynamite and NXT.
Yeah, because New Year's Day.
Then it'll be 25th, and then the final is New Year's Day.
Is it back on New Year's Day?
I think
know
Dynamite is. I'd assume NXT is as well. I highly doubt.
I know Dynamite. It definitely is. They're doing like a big show.
Jacksonville, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the Jacksonville show. Yeah.
It's like a semi pay-per-view kind of thing.
Yeah, is that the show where Jericho is going to wrestle Jungle Boy, or is that tonight?
Is that tonight or is it the week? Is it the last episode? I think it's the last episode.
Episode of the year.
I think so. Tonight, yeah, it is. And tonight, the big match is the Young Bucks versus Proud and Powerful in a Texas street fight.
Interesting. I might watch tonight, actually. Nowhere to be in the morning.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch too. I don't know. I'll watch NXT and you watch.
How do you even get NXT here?
I don't know.
You can get AEW off Fight.
Yeah, I thought you could get NXT on the network, or it's like a day delay, isn't it?
The first. You could get it on the network. The first few episodes it went to USA, and then the second AEW started. Remember, because there was like 2 weeks. They had a 2-week jump. When AEW started, then you couldn't get it on the network. You had to watch it because they had to bring in those sweet ratings. But yeah, it's that's one thing I wanted to talk about. In terms of we've kind of neglected that the last couple of weeks.
The Wednesday Night War thing.
How do you think it's going? I think it's fairly even.
I think genuinely it's really hard to separate the shows week to week, and I think, in my opinion, like obviously it's all well and good to go off the actual TV ratings and be like which one, AEW won or whatever, but or NXT won and whatever. But like I actually don't think that's a very good indication of how good the shows were.
Oh no, I don't think so either. I think
there's
been weeks where AEW's beaten NXT and NXT has had a far better show.
Like currently, it's 8-2 to AEW. I think. Yeah. It's 8-2 ratings wise, but like in my personal,
probably 5-5.
I say it genuinely is like last week, in my opinion, I think NXT was better last week. Excuse me. I think it was.
It was close. No, I would have given it to AEW.
What happened last week?
You had Jericho's promo, which was very good.
The Lexicon of Le Champion.
Yeah, and his dad came out in the box and everything.
No, that was week before. That was week before. Yeah, so cool. I love when Ted Irvine showed up. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he had the Lexicon
last year. And last week was the Cody Rhodes promo where he like offered MJF like $50,000, his Ford Black Ops, his watch that Tony Khan gave him, his red bottoms, just to wrestle him. And we all, that's another thing. We got, it's been revealed that MJF hired the Blade, the Butcher, and the Bunny.
Yeah.
But this is another one of kind of AEW's mistakes. They revealed this in, like, an online segment where they just released it on Twitter. Like, it was just a video of MJF cutting a promo where he revealed that.
Yeah.
But that feels like something that should have been revealed for television.
Or even, I hope, because this is the thing that I don't like about AEW is I hope that they either show that clip now on TV tonight, or else they mention that it was revealed, because sometimes they like
completely just
do things online and just assume everyone's after seeing it and don't explain it.
I imagine they'll mention it because we are getting the in-ring debut of the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny tonight against Cody Rhodes, and it was a partner of their choosing, but then MJF revealed that he hired them, so he'll choose the partner, and he chose QT Marshall. So it's Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall versus the Butcher and the Blade. But it's billed as the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny, so I know it's a 3-on-2 handicap match with Ali wrestling as well. But
I don't know.
I doubt it. I
don't know, because Cody said in the past that he's not really that fond of intergender wrestling.
I doubt it. I reckon it'll be Pepper. What's his name? Pepper Parks. Yeah, that's one. Pepper Parks and Andy Williams, but as the Butcher, the Blade, obviously. But
no, it is interesting. I would have given it to AEW last week. The thing.
What happened to NXT? Was NXT when was last week when Keith Lee yeeted Adam Cole into the crowd? Yes. That was the best thing ever.
But the main event in AEW last week was really good as well, with the 6-1 with.
I thought that was the opener.
Or was the opener?
That was the opener.
Yeah.
No, that was the opener.
That was very good with Dustin Rhodes and.
Yeah, it was.
What main event did so? Was it just?
I can't remember. No, it wasn't. I think it was a match. Was it Kenny match? Did Kenny wrestle?
Kenny. He didn't.
Was it Kenny and Pac? No, was that the? I'm trying to
Did Moxley wrestle Janela last week?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Moxley. Yes, it was. Yeah. Moxley Janela was last week, and then you had Jericho come out at the end and be like clapping or whatever.
Yeah.
But
that Jericho promo last week was
the Lexicon of Le Champion.
He has been the best thing about AEW.
Oh, by far.
Each week. Like,
not by far, but
because Cody's there as well.
Cody's up there, and Moxley's up there. They're the three best things about it.
Yeah, but I think Jericho each week has stolen the show. He's brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the Lexicon of Le Champion.
And that's not even what Lexicon is. That's not what, and it's just,
he just makes it work.
It was just hilarious.
And like, it just reminded me of the 1004 Holes promo. And I went back and watched that, and that is hilarious.
I loved it when everyone was like chanting for like the list, and he was like, "Get out of 2016."
Yeah. I love, because I went back and watched the full segment of the 1004 Holes. I hadn't watched it in a while, and it's just brilliant. I love, like, every 5 or 6 moves he just shouts armbar.
Yeah, it was the same with Moxley.
Yeah, he's like Moxley. He's like, Like Dallas Page.
Yeah,
It's like Page, Moxley.
Joe, one of the funniest lines of it, and it wasn't even that funny of a thing, but I just thought it was hilarious, is when he's like, people that won't be wrestling for the rest of 2019, John Moxley, Cody Rhodes because he can't, and then just him doing Cody Rhodes because he can't. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking class.
Or he's like Scorpio Sky, Too Cold Scorpio, any member of the Scorpions. Yeah, he's excellent.
Kenny Omega, Kenny Ortega.
Oh, Kenny from South Park.
Kenny from South Park. Marty. I mean,
and then he got cut off.
The tease.
Do you think it's happening? Do you think Marty's girl is...
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be for a while because Final Battle is actually Friday. And Final Battle is Friday. Marty's booked to wrestle on Final Battle.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was done.
No, he's booked to wrestle. Him and Flip Gordon are taking on Bandito and Flamita in a tag team match. And he's also booked for the TV taping the night after. And that'll mean about a month or so of television for Marty. So that brings him into the new year with Ring of Honor. Although he's not under contract, he'll still be appearing on TV.
Yeah, he won't be allowed. Or will he? Because I think Santana and Ortiz turned up in AEW before they were actually officially left.
No,
Impact.
They were done.
They were gone.
They were done. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
I reckon he's going.
Yeah.
Because they're teasing it too much.
Yeah, they'd want to be pretty stupid if they don't have him locked down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd imagine they're in conversation with him like all the time.
Yeah. Like they're one of his closest friends. Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'd imagine.
But apparently he is in talks with NXT as well, though. Apparently they have reached out to him as well.
Yeah, well, yeah. I would assume that.
Yeah.
You would assume that, but I think it's like they're going to go from 2. But I think
if he didn't go to Dynamite, I would be shocked.
I would too. But I do think he'd do very well in NXT.
I do too. But
I'd love if you.
It would be such a coup if they did. But that would be huge if they got him.
Oh yeah.
It would be like Joe. It's not the same, but it would be like when Luger showed up in WCW. If you get me.
Oh, that would be a victory for NXT, like, because that would be personal to AEW, like.
Oh yeah. Like, it probably wouldn't even draw ratings or anything like significantly, but it would just be. I think
it would divide a lot of people because a lot of people. Like, a lot of people's favourite member of the Elite at the time was Marty, so, like, he's
your favourite member, isn't he?
Yeah, well, at the time, I just think he's hilarious.
He is hilarious.
He's just so funny.
He just gets wrestling as well. He's one of these guys who just kind of gets wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, in every sense. Like, he knows when to be, like, funny, and he knows when to be, like, super serious, and, like, he...
See, I think if he comes back, I think it's gonna be with MJF.
Think so?
I think so. I was
just about to ask you how would you debut him?
I do it 2 ways. Like, one, if he's coming back as a heel, one is if he's coming back as a babyface. I think I've told you this before. I don't know if it was here or if it was just in private. But my idea to bring him back as a babyface would be, or to bring him in as a babyface would be, do the Dark Order. Not the Dark Order. I keep fucking. They have too many factions that are too similar.
There are too many spooky factions.
The Inner Circle and MJF. So I'd do the Inner Circle and MJF versus the Elite in War Games.
Yeah.
And I'd have it be
or the match beyond.
The match beyond, whatever. And I'd have it be that they're the Elite. It's because Hangman's gone. They have only 4 members, so the whole thing is like, who's the 5th member going to be or whatever, and like
they take out Dustin.
Yeah, I'd have like the Inner Circle take out, because it's typical Jericho. Like,
the obvious choice.
Jericho would be like, because he's a smart heel, so they take out everyone
every baby
possible. Yeah, just take out everyone, and then when it looks like it's finally down to 5-4 and there's no one left to help him, I'd have Marty.
Yeah.
Which would be cool.
That would be cool, but like, is it one of those situations where like everyone would know that it was going to be Marty? Like you know from the off there that like.
Yeah, but sometimes, especially when you're in a ratings war like that, it's not bad to be.
Yeah, you tune in to see him.
You tune in to see it. Yeah. So I don't think it's predictable, but I don't think it's a bad.
It's one of those cases in wrestling where predictability is actually a good thing.
Yeah, like
that, because that is what you should do.
Yeah, it's just, I'm not comparing the Skrull to him, but like I'm saying, like if WWE started teasing Punk
Oh yeah.
coming back, then people would tune in,
Oh yeah.
and until it happened. So like it would go from there because everyone wants to see that moment, and I think a lot of people, AEW fans especially, want to see that moment of when Marty Scurll turned
Oh,
up.
absolutely. Because I think because Marty is a man for theatrics,
Yeah.
I think like his debut will be exceptional. Like I think it'll be something cool. It'll be I don't think it'll be like along the lines of his Bullet Club induction, but like
I think they might do something similar.
But like I would hope that it would be something along like something of the same gravitas and like theatricality, where like lights go down, lights come up, and like video pack. I don't know, just something.
Yeah.
Just like a big build to like just to Marty debuting. I hope he gets to keep his music though, because everyone's changed their music since they came in. I love Marty's music.
I probably would be able to keep it.
I don't know. I don't know who owns it, like, but I would hope he gets to keep it.
I don't know. That depends because Cody kept his.
Yeah.
Cody kept Kingdom.
I don't know anyone else. Like I know Jimmy Havoc had to change his. Kenny changed his. The Bucks. Well, the Bucks
Kenny
didn't change theirs. The Bucks didn't change theirs. They changed theirs before
they changed
went.
it before they went, but they changed it.
But they changed it ages ago.
They changed it on the. Was it for Wrestle Kingdom?
It might have been.
But that was their last show, so they obviously changed it and used that, but because they owned it themselves. I think it was for Wrestle Kingdom. Was it for All In? No, it was All In.
Was it?
All In. I think it was All In.
Oh.
Where they debuted it.
Jericho didn't change his.
Yeah, that's his song. He sings it. Well, if you want to break it down in the sense that, like he technically did change it, but it was when he left WWE.
Yeah, but I'm saying like from his New Japan career, because New Japan are such bastards with songs.
Yeah, but he owned that. Like he owns that
I know,
song. There's no ifs or buts about that. Like it's his song. He sings it.
But yeah, I think. Well, it might be bullshit now, but like the Jacksonville show might be a big show for Marty to show up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a bit close? Like, but
yeah, it's interesting
because I don't know what the plans are for him to be on TV. Like we're saying like, oh, he's scheduled to be on TV, but like he could very well just get written off the first episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking about Wrestle Kingdom just now.
Mm.
The full card has been released for the entire 2 days. The 2 day card. Something you're not a fan of.
I'm not a fan of the 2 day concept because
I'm not either. But
I think Wrestle Kingdom. No, number one, Wrestle Kingdom is should be the end of feuds, and day one of Wrestle Kingdom seems like it's just setting up day two, and then you have a day to build to day two.
Like a lot of day two is undetermined until the day one.
I was interested when the 2 day concept came about when they announced it last year. I was interested to see how they do it, and now that I've seen how it's going to work, I'm not a fan of it really.
Like I'm very much looking forward to it because I think there's going to be some excellent matches. But the only reason I think they have this 2 day concept is one, because of Jushin Thunder Liger's retirement.
Yeah.
I think they genuinely are just trying to get the most they can out of Liger, just because I think there's so many things that he wanted to do for a retirement, and it wasn't feasible to do everything.
Yeah.
They just tried to do their absolute best. And because they've been doing this story for the IWGP Heavyweight and IWGP Intercontinental Dual Champion, because that would be such a huge moment, that can only happen at Wrestle Kingdom. I mean, I know you can make the argument that they could have set it up the entire time.
They could have just had the Intercontinental Champion win the G1
or something. Yeah, true. But I don't know. I think it makes it feel bigger. I guess we'll see what happens next year. If it'll be a 2 day thing again next year.
It's hard. It's hard to get excited for it then when you don't know what the matches are going to be in day two.
I suppose it's kind of the
because I thought what they were going to do when the whole thing came about was I thought they were just going to have 2 days, and it was like, but no one wrestles 2 days. I don't like the whole thing where
I read that there's 47, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but between 45 and 47 wrestlers booked for between both nights, and 13 of them are wrestling twice.
Yeah. But like you could have easily made just 2 cards and made them good. Like like.
Of separate wrestlers wrestling one time, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that was the concept because obviously they were probably planning this because they announced it on January 4th last year.
Yeah.
So maybe the plan was because they thought they would still have Kenny and whoever they probably booked it.
They're probably foolish to think that they're still gonna have Kenny and stuff. I said.
Yeah, but see, they would have been booking this. They would have booked this about a year and a half ago. Yeah. So All Elite Wrestling wouldn't have been announced at the time.
Yeah, true.
They probably were just planning ahead, thinking we're getting bigger, and now they probably just don't have enough steam. But like, I was thinking, like, why don't you have 2 days, have 2 main events over 2 days? One like on the 4th of January show, have it Okada and the title match, and on the 5th, then the main event be Liger's retirement match. Like
a lot of people were calling for that. A lot of people were calling for Liger's last match to be the final match. But I'll just quickly run. We won't predict it just yet, but we'll get to that in due course, hopefully. But I'll just run down the card quickly. So the first on night 1 we have an 8-man tag team match, which is the first of Liger's 2 retirement matches. It's the team of Jushin Thunder Liger, Tatsumi Fujinami, the Great Sasuke, and Tiger Mask, which is like all-time legends group of Japanese wrestlers if you ever saw one.
Yeah.
With El Samurai in their corner, taking on Naoki Sano, Shinjiro Otani, Tatsuhito Takaiwa, and Ryusuke Taguchi, with Kuniaki Kobayashi in their corner. And also Norio Honaga will serve as the special guest referee, so just a whole bunch of Japanese wrestlers.
Yeah.
With a combined age of about 10,000. But anyways, then we have 8-man tag team action again. We have Los Ingobernables de Japón being represented by Evil, Sanada, Shingo Takagi, and Bushi, taking on Suzuki Gun being represented by Minoru Suzuki, Taichi, Zack Sabre Jr., and El Desperado. This is just a big blow off to the LIJ Suzuki Gun feud that's been going on. Then we have another 8-man tag team match, which is Chaos, being represented by Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, Toru Yano, and Yoshihashi, taking on Bullet Club, being represented by Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, Kenta, and Yujiro Takahashi. Again, another blow-off feud match between Chaos and Bullet Club. Then we get to the title matches on night 1. First up, IWGP Tag Team Championship match. It is the IWGP Tag Team Champions, the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, defend their titles against the 2019 World Tag League winners Finn Juice, Juice Robinson, and David Finlay. Super creative name there. Next we have...
How long did it take to...
probably 2 days. Next, a match that a lot of people are really looking forward to and could potentially steal the show. Texas Death Match for the IWGP United States Championship. Lance Archer defending his title against Jon Moxley, returning to New Japan. Then we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Again, another match that could steal the show. Will Ospreay defending his title against Hiromu Takahashi, the returning Takahashi.
Yeah.
Then the co-main event, IWGP...
That match will steal the show, I think.
Takahashi and Ospreay.
Or whatever it is, not a weekend. It's fucking
2 nights.
2 days. Yeah.
Ospreay Takahashi.
If it's the same Takahashi, I know he's coming off a long layoff.
I reckon it will be.
If it's the same Takahashi, that'll steal the show.
It's not a bad show. Could very well could. Next up, co-main event, IWGP Intercontinental Championship match. Intercontinental Champion Jay White defending his title against Tetsuya Naito. And the main event of night 1 is the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada defending his title against the 2019 G1 Climax winner Kota Ibushi, which is my prediction to see at the weekend. I think that match is seen in the weekend.
Yeah.
Or the 2 nights.
Yeah, no, you could be right. But
I think it actually is a weekend. I think it's actually Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
No, it's a good card. It is a good card, strong card.
I think, looking at it now, night 1 looks stronger than night 2 for me.
Yeah, but see, you don't know what way night 2 will work out.
I'll tell you what night 2 is. So then we have Jushin Thunder Liger's retirement match, which is a weird one, I think. It's a tag team match. It's Jushin Thunder Liger and Naoki Sano versus Ryo Lee, formerly Dragon Lee, and Hiromu Takahashi.
Yeah.
A strange one, that, but whatever. You know.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. You think you'd give him a singles match for one of his...
Yeah, it's strange. It's really weird. It's a tag match. Yeah.
Yeah, you think you'd give him like someone a big star in a singles match. Give him an Ospreay or a...
Yeah, or even the winner of Ospreay Takahashi.
Yeah, have him go for a title or something, like, you know.
Like, if you're going to do this thing of, like... Or what you could do is, like, Liger goes for the title. Like, goes for the IWGP heavyweight title. And, like, just have him win. Just have him win and vacate the belts. I know it's a cheap
Yeah,
thing,
it's
but, like...
just, but it's not the wrestler's thing, way of working, you know.
No, I know, but, like,
Um,
wouldn't you love Liger won the big one?
Has there ever been like any wrestler to retire as champion, like on his own merit? I know, like some Edge and stuff have had to retire.
Yeah.
But is there anyone who's like
I don't think so.
has like won?
There probably is,
Probably
but
has.
I
There's
can't.
probably some pricks out there. You know Hulk Hogan will.
He'll
You know,
try.
he still has one title.
He'll
one left
try.
of him.
Then we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match. The Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Bullet Club. Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo defending their titles against the 2019 Super Tag League winners Roppongi 3K. Then we have the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship match. British Heavyweight Champion Zack Sabre Jr. defending his title against Sonata. Then we have another IWGP United States Championship match with the winner of Archer versus Moxley against Juice Robinson. Then we have a Never Openweight Championship match. Never Openweight Champion Kenta defending his title against Hiroki Goto in what is my most disappointing match of the two nights, because they've been teasing Shibata returning since Kenta turned at the G1.
He's had a little bit of physicality and stuff.
Yeah, like they keep teasing, and then they had Kenta beat him up then at some point as well. I can't remember when. And now it's Goto who's just Shibata's best friend, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, like they make some questionable decisions in that, like that they.
Unless he comes back here after the match and sets up for like Dominion or something.
Maybe, but you know, Wrestle Kingdom is the time to do it if you're going to do it.
Oh, that's a huge thing. That should be done at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Then we have the loser of Okada versus Bushi versus the loser of White and Naito. Then you have the co-main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Chris Jericho. A match that I'm looking forward to, but I'm skeptical of how good it'll be.
Yeah.
Because they should add a stipulation to it. They should make it no DQ or something.
They probably will.
Because Jericho kind of thrives in Japan anyway.
They probably will.
Because, like, obviously he's at an advanced stage now for wrestling. So, like...
They need the bells and whistles. Like
New Japan, like... Are
so
such
Tanahashi.
Yeah, but Tanahashi can still go because that's his style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he can still carry a Japanese-style match.
Yeah.
Whereas Jericho's more American-based.
He's more brawler in Japan than when he works.
He is, yeah. He's very Bruiser Brody.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
I'm looking forward to it because I want to see it.
Like, but do you think he'll hardly be anywhere in the lead up to it? Like
Jericho.
Then again, it's Jericho. Like, I don't know. Is it just?
I'm trying to think. There's not much. There is the Road to Tokyo Dome tour, which is just a bunch of kind of like preview matches. Yeah, but like, he might show up. I don't know. He's done a few vignettes, and then finally the main event on night 2 is the IWGP Heavyweight Champion versus the IWGP Intercontinental Champion for both belts.
It'll be actually when you think of it. Number one, it'll be interesting to see if he's still AEW champion.
Yeah.
Whether he'll be allowed to
I reckon he will be, yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be...
Oh, if he loses, yeah.
He's allowed to lose. And number 2 then is if he is still AEW champion, will he bring the belt with him?
I don't think he'll bring the belt.
Yeah, it's... Yeah,
they could have him drop the belt on the January 1st show because they are planning a big show. And you'd imagine he might be defending the title on it.
Yeah.
That could be a
Moxley.
That's who I think Moxley's taking the belt off him.
Yeah, because he did the thing that in 2019 he's not wrestling these people.
Yeah,
like
it's 2020.
First day 2020.
I reckon Moxley's winning the belt. I reckon Moxley will be the person to take the belt off him.
Yeah. No, I do too. I do too. But then you've Moxley going out there, and he's going to lose as well.
Well, so, I reckon Moxley will win the first.
Yeah, but he's going to have to end up losing if at some point because he's not going to be leaving with the US title.
True.
So
I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Maybe Jericho just wins. I don't know. Maybe just beats Tanahashi.
Maybe, yeah. But then New Japan, that makes no sense for New Japan unless Jericho's going to come back.
Oh, he probably will. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Dominion.
Maybe so.
He'll pop up around Dominion time.
Yeah, could be.
And presumably he probably won't be champion by then. I don't know. I guess time will tell.
Yeah.
So that's the Wrestle Kingdom 14 card. We'll predict it in a few weeks' time. but it's literally only like 3 weeks away, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's creeping up on us.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
very much looking forward to it. Another thing that we must chat about, Jack, is WWE have gone back to their old ways and brought back releases and suspensions.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
When's the last time we saw these?
Yeah, Jesus. Like the fella who's doing the wellness policies just woke up all of a sudden
Oh.
and started testing people again, and
So
the releases actually surprised me because I thought Sin Cara didn't, because
Sin Cara surprised me more than Harper. Because Sin Cara has 3 years left on his contract, or 3 years left.
He's 3 years left in his contract.
But Harper's is up in like, I think even with the added time on they gave him, it was still up in like April.
But why give him the added time on then? They must
no,
have
like
come to an agreement.
Like I can't like I think he had like a year, or not a year, but like a good few months. Like his contract was up a couple of months ago when he asked for, when rumors first came that he asked for his release, but then they added time on. And the time on was like a year, I think.
Yeah, it was weird. And then they brought him back for like a pay-per-view.
Yeah, so brief too, and he got such a pop as well.
Yeah, it's weird, but
I'm happy he's gone though. Like
for him, yeah.
For him, yeah.
So we start with Sin Cara or Hunico. Like he will not be Sin Cara outside of WWE.
It won't be Hunico either.
It won't be Hunico, but where do you see him ending up?
AAA.
Yeah.
AAA and AAA or Impact
maybe Japan, yeah, Impact. I don't see him going to AEW.
No, or New Japan.
Not for a while.
I can't see him going to New Japan either. I can see him going to AAA or CMLL, probably AAA.
Yeah, and then
he could end up working with AEW that way because they do have a relationship. But
possibly, yeah.
But I reckon he goes to AAA. Mexico.
And Brody Lee, Luke Harper.
Brody Lee. Everyone is saying AEW. I don't think so. Not right away. I think New Japan.
I think he fits New Japan.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
I think I'd put him in New Japan. Well, if I was Brody Lee.
Yeah.
New Japan. Because I think that suits him. Plus, he literally is. He is Bruiser Brody incarnate, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go.
But it's probably gonna be AEW, isn't it?
If I was AEW, I'd be looking to get him like.
I want to see him versus Luchasaurus.
Oh, that'd be a big one. Does he come in as a heel or a babyface? Do you reckon? I reckon heel.
I got it. I know how you do it.
Go on.
You have him come in to be the first challenger to Moxley's new AEW championship.
God.
That's Brody Lee, and you get and apparently
you can tell that story of when he almost killed him at WrestleMania. Remember when?
He flattened him.
Yeah,
but they had a very brief feud in WWE, in 2015 over the IC title, and they remember they had that match at Extreme Rules that went on for like an hour and so because like. They did the whole Goldust Roddy Piper spot where like they fought into a car and then the car drove around the arena and stuff and then they came back to the ring later on the night. But it was like because apparently I haven't seen it, but apparently they did wrestle each other on the indies before, like, and they had like an absolute like a horrific barbaric bloodbath of a match. And everyone, when they announced that feud, like going forward, everyone was like, "Oh my god, yes!"
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously, it wasn't. It was because it was very diluted. But like, I'd have him come in as the heel to take on Moxley's first Moxley's first challenger.
Yeah.
But I don't like. I just something about him. I'm just like when I think about him, I think New Japan.
I think he suits New Japan very well. I just.
But who knows what he wants? He probably wants to stay in America.
Yeah. No, he could.
But then again, New Japan
work on the indies and
New Japan are breaking into America though. That's the thing.
Yeah. But he could obviously like just work on the indies a while, like Cody kind of did.
Yeah, maybe. But then, how old is he?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hold on, I think I'm gonna guess 37. That's my guess.
Yeah, he doesn't have much time.
39.
Yeah,
He's 40. He's 40 next week.
Yeah, he does. Jesus, he doesn't have much time, so to be
Yeah.
loitering in the Indies. Yeah, if I was AEW, I'd go for him. I think.
But like this is 40 in 2019, where like people are kind of wrestling. People have longer wrestling lifespans now. Like
yeah, and his style as well, especially that the one he's been working in WWE for the last.
yeah, in fairness, he hasn't been
10
working a
years.
fairly intensive style on him.
Yeah, and he hasn't been working at all for the last 2 years, really.
So he's probably fairly fresh.
It's weird because when you think of it, remember he almost, it was looking as if he was going to make
The
a
WWE
WrestleMania
Championship
card,
match. That is one of my biggest like what ifs for in wrestling. Like
Oh, it would have made the match so much better because
it would have been because
sucked
the
after.
intrigue. Like,
Did you see actually Bray Wyatt in a Firefly Funhouse? Someone mentioned it was the topic in Firefly Funhouse. Oh, the Miz was saying about his family.
yeah, and
He
he
was
had
like
a family,
and then
the thing flashed up.
yeah, the picture of the wife family flashed it up. That was cool.
I liked, and what I liked about it was Brian in the middle as well. That it was the version with Brian in.
Oh, was it? I didn't notice that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm still waiting to see Eggman Brian.
yeah, that's weird.
I reckon TLC will show up.
Yeah.
But you forgot the last big release, Jack.
Who?
Have you forgotten about it?
Who?
The Ascension.
Oh, the Ascension were released. Yeah.
Where do they go?
I actually, they're so irrelevant. I forgot that they were even fired.
Haven't showed up since. They literally haven't been on TV since WrestleMania.
Jesus, were they not on one of the Saudi shows?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Jesus, you have to be bad not to be brought to.
Not even making Saudi shows.
It's sad. It is sad, the Ascension, because they
longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions. Still are.
They were so good in NXT, and then they brought them up when
they were rubbish. They got buried by a bunch of legends.
Joe, who was JBL ruined him because he kept in his commentary, he kept alluding to, and I don't know if it was a thing from Vince. He was just kept saying that they're knockoffs of LOD and all that, and
Demolition. It was like a Demolition LOD hybrid.
Like, because when they started, like the first 2 or 3 weeks, they looked like they were going to do well. Like the Welcome to the Wasteland thing, like it was looking like it was going to get over. And I don't know, like it just.
Like I
don't know if it was their attitudes backstage or something. It just went like that.
Well, Connor did violate the Veterans policy twice.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So, but where do you think they go? If anywhere.
See, it's hard. It is hard because, like,
I saw someone on Twitter and it was actually a great shout. NWA.
They could. They genuinely.
NWA
could.
is like the island of misfit toys now. You know what I mean? So why not?
See, that's the best thing about wrestling these days is that
you've options.
Yeah, like maybe 10 years ago, someone like them, wouldn't get anywhere really. They'd have to go work in the indies or whatever. But like now, there's options. Now there's, or they might get into TNA in 2010 maybe. But like, because they were taking anyone.
The Ascension could get the Impact, is it?
They could, yeah.
I reckon people are writing them off, being like, they're just gonna be wrestling bingo hall indies.
No, they're good. They're a good tag team.
But I reckon, someone will snatch them up. I say.
But the only thing is, they will not be the Ascension.
No, I know what they'll be. Because I don't like. Are they like an NXT product in the sense that like they had no previous indie experience? I doubt it because they're
older. Yeah. I'm not sure on that, but I would imagine that there weren't homegrown NXT guys. I would imagine they would have had experience, whether they were already a tag team in the indies or whether they were put together in WWE. I don't know. And see, that's another question. Do they stick together as a tag team?
I think they are good friends.
Well, yeah.
The Ascension started in FCW. History. So, like, started in FCW in 2011. And let's do their individual. So, Connor, the bigger one.
Yeah.
So he spent 4 years wrestling on the independent circuit as Ryan O'Reilly, and then signed with WWE in 2005.
Jesus.
And was sent to Deep South Wrestling, where he wrestled as Roughhouse O'Reilly, Then
So has he been with the company since 2005?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I know. I'll just read this. Oh, okay, right. So he was in 2005 a wrestler for Deep South. Then he was briefly in FCW, and then in 2007 he requested his release, citing personal reasons. Then he was released, and then he showed up in NWA Charlotte in 2009, and before he re-signed in 2010, and he was signed with them. He's been signed for 9 years. He's been on a 9 year stretch. So he was on the Indies, and Victor was trained by the Heart in the dungeon. You know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um,
Must be one of the latter
last ones.
I know Tyson Kidd was the last one, wasn't he?
Tyson was, yeah.
Yeah.
So Victor started in the Heart Dungeon and Stampede Wrestling in 1999.
Jesus Christ.
He wrestled.
He's that old.
They're both 40.
Mm.
But listen to this, right? From 1999 to 2008, he wrestled for Stampede Wrestling.
Jesus Christ.
Then he wrestled. He did a tour with New Japan in 2003. Jesus, like listen to this. In his first match, he teamed with Scott Norton against Josh Barnett and Hiroshi Tenzin.
Jesus.
So who knows? He might be New Japan bound.
Possibly.
Let's see, just
You
OVW.
could see
and then eventually he signed with WWE.
You could see him in MLW as well, maybe.
Maybe, but I think it's unfair people to write him off.
No, yeah, you're right.
But yeah, he signed with WWE a year after in 2011, a year after Connor did.
I don't think he'd be signing. I don't think they'll be signing for AEW anytime soon.
I don't think they fit in. The only thing I saw that kind of semi made sense was someone said they should be if AEW sign and bring him in as Dark Order members.
Yeah, but see, you're running the risk then of
AEW just
signing anyone that WWE will release. You know.
Yeah, true, but AEW then just becomes like Gothland with like.
Yeah, it's already bad enough.
Like they've got 3 dark stables now. They've got 5 stables that I can think of.
Yeah.
No, 6 if you count Jurassic Express. 7 if you include Best Friends with Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I don't like this whole stable thing. It's very New Japanish, and I don't like it with New Japan either.
Don't you? I do.
Well, I don't mind it, but
I like it in New Japan. I'm iffy on it in AEW.
See, I don't mind it, but it gets first off it handicaps you in the sense that you can't have certain wrestlers wrestle each other then because they're in the same faction.
The only way you get out of it is tournaments.
But then it becomes repetitive because you're telling the same story with every member that they're wrestling each other, and
true.
You know.
But I suppose like it's hard to count Jurassic Express and Best Friends as stables because like.
Well, they're a group.
They're trios.
Well, like the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny are classed as stables.
Well, like people. I'd class them as stable because MJF hired them, so it's like MJF, Wardlow, and the Butcher, Blade, and the Bunny.
I suppose, yeah. But still, they're too similar. Dark Order, the Inner Circle, and the Butcher, the Blade.
I wouldn't say the Inner Circle. I don't think the Inner Circle are similar. I think it's Brandy's thing. Brandy's stable. What are they called? Can't remember what they're called.
No, I can't even keep up.
It's Brandy, Awesome Kong, and what's her name? Melanie Cruz. Oh my god, what are they called? Some Nightmare Collective. The Nightmare Collective.
Jesus, relax.
It came to me. The Nightmare Collective. So you've got the Dark Order, the Nightmare Collective, and the Butcher, Blade, and Bunny. Who need a better name? That's too long.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's too much.
But anyway, so you reckon New Japan for Brody Lee?
Yes.
You reckon?
No, I think AEW, but I think New Japan's a perfect fit for him. But I do think it'll be AEW.
Triple A for Sin Cara or whatever he's going to call it.
Yeah.
Do you see the picture Sin Cara put up today?
No.
It's a picture of him and Luke Harper in a Sin Cara mask, but his is black, and they're like doing a pose. it looks hilarious. Like imagine they just rocked up in the Indies as a tag team. But so and then you have the Ascension. And now let's talk about the next thing, the wellness violations.
Yeah, actually, just while we're on releases as well, Teddy Hart left MLW,
Yeah,
which is
he did.
really interesting.
It's strange because, like,
Given his age,
because he's 39. So, like, it's different when you're 39 and you leave WWE. But when you're 39 and you leave the Indies, like, it's rare that WWE sign people that age.
yeah.
I know they signed, like, AJ when he was, like, 39 or whatever. But, like, Teddy
But
Hart...
is Teddy Hart a bigger name than AJ at the time?
The answer to that question is he's not.
Yeah.
Like, all respect to Teddy Hart, but, like...
And they had Teddy Hart under contract before.
They did, yeah.
And they released him because of his attitude issues.
Unless it's like a coaching thing, or unless it's somewhere.
Or unless he goes to wrestle in AEW.
Maybe.
He's a good wrestler. He's
really good, but like it'd be weird. Like I don't know. But anyway, back to Stables. Oh, not the Stables.
He could. Sorry, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. But he could easily be becoming a producer somewhere.
That's what I was thinking.
Whether in NXT,
AEW,
or AEW, or
that's what I was thinking. Perhaps
be a good mind to have for.
Definitely. So we had 2 wellness violations this week.
I only know of one, but go on.
Oh, did you not hear about the second one?
No.
There's a reason you didn't hear about the second one.
Why?
Because I didn't think it was necessary to tell you because I didn't know he was still with the company.
Okay, go on.
So the first one was Robert Roode.
Yeah.
Which is a big one.
Yeah, it is.
Because he's he's fairly involved in WWE. Like, you know, he's in storylines. He's in.
Do we know what?
That hasn't been released.
What it was, yeah.
That hasn't been released. He has been written off TV. Because Roman Reigns dumped an announce table on him.
Yeah.
So, and then he was taken away in an ambulance, so that rolled him off TV. But what's interesting though, right, because it was announced during the week, I can't remember what day exactly, but it was announced during the week, and that he was suspended for 30 days because it's his first violation. But he hasn't been on, like, that spot at the table happened last week, the week before, and he's been missing house shows the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, like, is it like, were they aware of it anyway, but they were just double checking or something, like?
Yeah. I'd say they were probably aware of it and then were just writing him off TV.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But it's kind of sad because we'll talk about it in a minute when we talk about the full TLC card, but him and Ziggler were originally meant to be challenging for the SmackDown tag titles against the New Day.
Yeah.
And they had to be changed.
Yeah.
But the other wellness policy violation that you did not know about was Primo Cologne violated the wellness policy.
I actually,
again, his first violation.
Is it? I thought he popped before. It was that Epico.
Maybe, I don't know. But this is his first violation. So he's suspended for 30 days as well, which I'm sure will make a tap of difference with him. But like,
have they even been wrestling house shows?
They haven't been on house shows for months. The last time they were seen was WrestleMania as well, I think.
Yeah.
And like, people are saying like it was reported a few months ago that they left, that the clones did leave, and they went to work for their promotion in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Their
family's promotion. Or Savio Vega said it anyway. He was like,
yeah.
He was like, they work for us now, and they've been wrestling for them. That's the thing. Like, they have been appearing on the, what's it called? What's that promotion called?
The one in
San
Puerto Rico. I don't know. I can't remember
either. But they've been working. They have been working that promotion. But I don't know if they'll be doing it anymore because Primo popped. But yeah, I didn't even know he was still with the company. So when I saw it, I didn't feel it relevant to tell you. Because I was like,
I didn't see that. That is interesting.
Like, Robert Roode is obviously the bigger,
more
one.
Higher profile.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It'll be interesting now to see if Bobby Roode gets any more, like, further punishment.
You know what though, right? I don't, like, I'm not being funny or anything, but look at him. Look at Robert Roode.
Yeah.
The man looks like he's just tensed at all times, like.
Oh, no, like, but like you could say, there's probably a lot more.
Ginger has to be. He came back.
You can't be going around naming names and accusing people.
No, I know. Look, apparently, like, I've seen Ginger's workouts, and he looks like he genuinely works hard. And I'm saying the same for Bobby Roode.
He's another guy I forgot who still works with the company.
He's injured.
He's injured at the moment.
That's why, yeah. His knee, I think.
Yeah,
He's scheduled for a Rumble return. He's scheduled for like his January is his return date. So
the Rumble is next. Fuck me, that's
January. Yeah.
that's come on.
We're at the end. We're in a new decade, Jack. It's the end of the decade.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a
decade
show
thing,
end
yeah.
of the decade show maybe.
Get one in next week, maybe,
Yeah, that'd be
or
cool.
the week after.
I saw a thing actually. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was an interesting topic.
Go on.
I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but Meltzer was discussing it and it got a bit of traction online. Was someone asked the question, if Okada and Omega did not happen at Wrestle Kingdom that year when Meltzer gave him the 6 stars, would AEW have happened? It's an interesting thing because originally I was like, no, because they're two separate things. But then when you look back in it, like,
As in, like, no, it still would have happened.
yeah.
And still, you're saying if that match never happened, it still would have happened.
Yeah, but then when I thought about it more, I was like, actually, it does make sense because, like, the whole thing of like wrestling beyond WWE only kind of kickstarted with Okada Omega again, and everyone started deep diving into.
I disagree because I think Cody is the guy who proves that there's a life outside WWE.
Oh no, I agree with that, but like Okada and Omega, I didn't follow Kenny Omega's career up until
I didn't
that
either.
match.
I didn't either.
And then it spiraled from there.
I had heard of him.
I had as well.
I'd heard of him, but I never I didn't know anything about him really, other than he was the leader of Bullet Club, and I barely knew anything about Bullet Club. Like that match is what got me into New Japan.
And see, that's the thing then. And when you got into the New Japan, you got into the Bullet Club. When you got into the Bullet Club, you got into the Elite, and a lot of people were in the same boat. So it's an interesting. It was just an interesting topic. But I said I'd shoot that one at you.
Yeah. Well, like it certainly played a factor, probably. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, right? There's no Okada. There's no Young Bucks in New Japan.
No, yeah, you're playing that game, don't you? You're going back and back.
Yeah,
and
butterfly
back.
effect.
Yeah, no, I do get you. It's an interesting one.
If you get if
then Meltzer, of course, then had to give himself a pat on the back, and he was like,
I do. I'm responsible for all.
He was like, well, if that guy didn't ask me that question, maybe it wouldn't have happened either. Remember, your man was like, "Will Ring of Honor do 10,000 seats?" And he's like,
I thought that was Cody. Oh no, that random fella.
Like that felt like someone tweeted him that time and he said no, they wouldn't.
Imagine being that guy. Imagine being that guy. In a way,
kickstarted the entire wrestling revolution.
In a way, he's kind of responsible for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I hope they saw that guy.
I hope they hired him.
He grew up to be Tony Khan.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, it was definitely like Cody in a box.
Yeah, literally.
Dave.
Papa Buck or something.
That was another one. He was another person.
If Papa Buck never existed.
He was another person that Jericho said he wouldn't fight in today's
Papa Buck, yeah. Papa Buck or Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
I love how we said
Buck Owens.
Evil Uno, Hateful Dose, or like Terrible Trace or something like that. Something like that.
He did that before as well, Jericho, where he's after like I said the 1,004 holes, but he did it again where he said he did a promo and I only came across it, I'd never seen it before. When he was Joe, the kind of it wasn't the suit Jericho, but it was kind of after that, and
suit Jericho.
He'd only cut promos like in his gear all the time, like he had no merch or anything. And
is that when he was like? Is that like 2009 where he was like feuding with Randy
Orton? It was the Orton he was feuding with at the time when he was doing the promo. Anyway, so I don't know, but he claims to have beaten 1,004 wrestlers, and he's like naming them all out, and it starts off like, I've beaten the greats, and it's like everyone like Rock, Austin, all that, and then it goes down to like Los Conquistador 1, Los Conquistador 2. It's fucking hilarious.
I remember that promo.
Yeah, it's like Los Conquistador 1, Los Conquistador 2.
Jericho's so good. Like,
he's brilliant.
When you take his entire career into account, like, it's really hard to argue against him being the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
It is, like. Another thing we have to talk about, actually, and I literally just remembered it now. We've gotten the first 2 inductees of the 2020 Hall of Fame, which is really early because we're in December. and WrestleMania is not till April.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that until you brought that up.
I forgot about it too because I don't know what brought it on me. But so the first two inductees are the NWO, comprised of Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Sean Waltman.
Yeah, now two-time. No, all of them are two-time.
All of them are two-time. Sean Waltman's the only one who's two-time via two different factions.
Yeah, and he's the first person to be in 2 consecutive Hall of Fames.
Yeah, he's 2 years in a row. Yeah, I forgot about that. Is Waltman the only person who was in? No, okay.
In NWO and DX.
But I remember Michaels was in it, but he was in the WWE version.
No, fuck that WWE version. He was the only person in the
DX and
the
NWO.
proper NWO and the proper DX. Like, you can
But
associate
like,
Sean Waltman with both.
Yeah, you can. But like, when did Waltman come into it? Because I remember it was Hogan, Nash, and Hall first.
Yeah.
Well, like Nash and Hall, then Hogan.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Giant? He was next, wasn't he?
Mm.
And who was that? It wasn't Waltman after that either, was it? It was like someone else.
Yeah. It's weird because it's weird that they included Waltman. I don't know.
Do you know why? It's because he was in both iterations.
Yeah, they want to. Yeah, I suppose they want to highlight that. I think. Like,
He's going in as Sean Waltman as well.
Yeah.
Is he the first person to go in under 2 different names?
No, Scott Hall will be as well.
Oh, Razor Ramon. And Diesel.
And Diesel, yeah. So, yeah, the 3 of them all together.
And Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Because he's going in as Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I was gonna say something there.
The WWE, NWO, WWE.
Yeah.
Sean Waltman.
Highlighting. No, it'll come back to me.
But yeah, so NWO are going in, right? Like, I don't have a problem with the NWO going in, but I have a problem with they don't like the 2-time thing is annoying me now.
Yeah, it's like they're running out of ideas.
It's like if they could, I would have liked them to have inducted the NWO as a concept. You know what I mean? Like, as in like.
Oh, what I was gonna say, sorry, now before I forget it again, was like. Did you watch Backstage, or did you see any clips from it?
I didn't get a chance really. No.
He was like, or Punk was. They were talking about that, and Punk was like, I'm not going to be happy until they induct every member of the NWO. He's like,
Stevie Ray, wasn't it?
He's like, I want Virgil front and center with a Hall of Fame ring and all that. They'll probably do some segment like that where they bring all the members of the NWO up on stage, or ones that are associated.
Buff Bagwell just there, like.
Yeah. So, and the second is obviously Batista.
Who should headline it?
Yeah. He probably will, I would imagine.
If the NWO go in over him, I'll be so upset.
Vince wouldn't let that happen.
Surely not, like. Yeah, but it's fucking Terry, isn't it?
It's Terry. Yeah, Terry.
It's Terry and the Click. It's Terry and the Click.
Yeah,
but
they'll probably go on midway though, because he used to do that back in the day.
NWO.
No,
Terry.
Yeah, he was politic apparently in the 80s to not headline house shows, so he'd be on before intermission, so he'd get out of there and get to a restaurant before it closed. Okay. So they used to get all the bums to fucking headline. You'd have Hacksaw Jim Duggan headlining it, and Terry'd be fucking gone and eating fucking apples.
Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah.
But so Batista's going in, and Batista's made headlines already because he's requested for Finlay to induct him, which is a peculiar one.
Yeah.
Apparently Finlay, when Batista reached like main event status in like 2005, where he won the Rumble and main event to WrestleMania and all that crack, Finlay was with the company. He was still in Ring Talent and stuff, but he was working as a producer as well.
It's probably that, yeah.
And apparently he really he worked very closely with Batista and helped him along that way. Like,
it's like, it makes I was saying when it first came out that it'd be either Triple H or Rey Mysterio. Triple H probably more.
Triple H is the only one that made sense.
Or Rick.
To me. I was thinking Rick.
But do you want to give Rick a live mic?
No,
anymore? Especially at these events where there will be alcohol consumed.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people saying like Triple H, Flair, and Orton all induct him. Just have Evolution induct him.
Yeah, you could say that.
But it's going to be Finlay now, isn't it?
No, it's WWE. It's probably going to be Daniel Craig or something. They're probably going to bring in an outside celebrity. Like they're going to do something stupid like that.
Yeah, because Vince has fun to say, doesn't he?
Let's not forget that William Shatner inducted Jerry King Lawler.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of dumb ones. There was a few dumb ones, wasn't
there? There's a few weird ones.
Stone Cold inducted JR. Which made sense.
That made a lot of sense.
No, but I'm just trying to think of ones that I know that I can remember. I always remember Eddie's one because Benoit, Mysterio, and Chavo inducted him.
I remember that. Yeah.
Who inducted Edge? Christian.
Christian, yeah, it was.
Lots. See, everyone is campaigning for Christian to go in this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Watman did.
He campaigned for.
Sean Watman did an episode of his podcast this week where he discussed his favorite NWO moments and his favorite NWO matches.
Yeah.
And also someone tweeted out being like, who do you think should go? I think it was WWE on Fox tweeted out being like, who should go? Name drop who should go in the Hall of Fame this year. And Watman dropped 3 names. Christian. Guess the other 2.
I think I saw it. He said Christian. Was it a faction or was it?
No, 2 singles wrestlers.
2 singles. He said Christian. He said
one of them. You forget one of them, right? One of them. They both definitely deserve to be in. And one of them, you forget that they're not in. You'd be like, but like you. What I tell you, it'll make sense. But like one of them, you could feasibly see going in this year, but the other won't because he'll be a headliner.
Did he say JBL?
No. One will be a headliner. And if he's not,
remember what he said. He said, I saw the tweet definitely. I remember he said Christian.
Bless you.
He didn't say Ray, did he?
No.
Who was it?
It was William Regal.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And Kane.
Yeah.
You forget Kane's not there. But Kane will headline.
Yeah, he will, won't he? Won't
he should, like.
I should, yeah.
Kane should definitely headline.
He's definitely had a good enough career to headline.
If Kevin Nash can headline.
I'd love to see Regal going.
I think Regal's feasible.
Who inducts him? Robbie Brookside, maybe? Or
nah. Who inducts Regal?
Triple H.
Triple H. I would say Triple H is a good show. Like between.
Yeah, but see if he's doing Batista.
He can induct everyone.
Yeah. Like
Eugene, bring Eugene to Tajiri.
Yeah, and he just hates him. Triple H's gonna be fucked in 20 years' time.
Yeah, he can induct anyone.
When he has to induct everyone from NXT, yeah, he's like, oh god, they're just probably in a wheelchair wheeling him out to do his inductions.
Johnny Saint inducts Regal. That'd be a good one.
That'd be cool.
Daniel Bryan inducts Regal.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Daniel Bryan.
That makes a lot of sense.
Regal.
That's interesting. Who else? If you're gonna pick Hall of Fame
this year. I saw a lot of people like Jocko. So let's go by like the typical Hall of Fame.
Okay, so women.
A lot of people are shouting for the Bellas.
Is it too soon? They still want to wrestle.
They're both retired, like.
They
could wrestle at Mania because there's always one.
They actually saw something where they tweeted out something about the tag team titles there, like
like you can see it. Like I think
who inducts him, Cena.
Cena and Bryan just up there awkwardly. Who inducts them?
Bryan,
like Stephanie or something. It'll be Stephanie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like a lot of people are shouting for AJ Lee.
It won't happen.
Nah, it won't.
No.
Will she be the youngest ever if she goes in? Who is the youngest?
Edge, is it? No.
It's not Edge. Is it Beth? Was it Beth Phoenix?
Maybe.
I think she was the youngest.
Yeah.
She was like 38.
Excluding the Warrior Award because.
Well, obviously, yeah, but like, I think I don't know how old AJ Lee is, but like.
Yeah, Beth Phoenix. Yeah, maybe that's feasible.
No, Beth Phoenix is in.
No, I said that's feasible that she's the youngest.
I have a feeling she's the youngest. I'm trying to think. So a lot of people are shouting for the Bellas. Do you know what? I say this all the time, but like I really want Victoria to go in.
Yeah, she's not in. She deserves to go in.
Yeah.
If you're going off,
because she is one of the. For some reason, I always remember her from. Joe should go in, and it's like, I'm shocked she hasn't. But like, well, I'm not shocked.
I have a name.
Sable.
Oh yeah. She definitely deserves to.
She deserves to go in, but after all the shit, like with the thing.
Sunny was in. She can't be in anymore now because she's in prison anyway.
Joe, it'd be hilarious if Sable went in and Brock inducted her.
Probably.
Imagine the speech.
No, it'd be Paul Heyman. Yeah, it'll be Paul Heyman.
Vince inducts her. Or Linda McMahon inducts her.
Vince inducts her.
Linda inducts her.
Oh no.
How awkward.
What's the Joe who deserves to go in, but she probably never will.
Go on.
Gail Kim.
Yeah.
But
Joe
she has said so much shit about Stephanie that there's no going back from it, really.
Joe should go in, and I don't think they're in yet. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's hard to think who's in and who's not. Like,
yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they're in. Vicky Guerrero.
No, she's not in.
Vicky should go in.
She does deserve to go in.
Vicky should go
Who'd
in.
induct her, Edge?
Ray?
I'd say Edge. Like,
how many lovers has she had? Big Show.
But when you think, when I think of her most iconic run, it was with Edge.
True. Yeah, Edge would be a good shit, to be fair.
Yeah, she was part of Edge's speech, wasn't she, or something? There was something along those lines.
Was there?
Where he might have thanked her or something. I don't know.
Probably did, like. Because I think she was like when Edge went in, she was like still very much a part of the product.
Yeah.
So okay, women. I'm gonna say the Bellas.
I'm actually going to take your one. I'm going to go with Vicky Guerrero. I'd like to see her go in.
I would too.
I think she deserves it.
Okay.
For a woman that wasn't in the business at all.
Yeah, true. Like, I mean, she actually created a Hall of Fame worthy career for herself. Like, you know, completely out of nothing. Out of nothing. Like,
she was never in the business. She just was married to one of the best wrestlers in the world. Like,
yeah, fair enough, and fair play to her. Like,
yeah.
So we have the headliner, Batista. Then we have a faction. Do they count as a tag team?
I was going to say there was no tag team went in last year.
The Dudleys went in last year, wasn't it?
No, Harlem Heat.
Oh yes.
Booker T went in.
That is bizarre. How did Harlem Heat get in?
It was to get Stevie Ray in.
It was, yeah.
But they couldn't merit inducting Stevie Ray by himself.
So, okay, a tag team.
The Hart Foundation went in last year as well. They've had a couple of tag teams.
Oh, have they? Okay. So let's just say a tag team, so.
Yeah.
Joe, it's a pure one that they'll do. I don't think they're in. They're not in. But Joe, it's a pure one that they'll do, and it'll, the APA. And then Bradshaw will get 2.
He's not in.
I know, but he will get 2.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
They'll probably wait till he gets a single one first, though.
They didn't with Triple H.
Yeah, but Triple H was like, he's under like Vince rules where he technically can't get one. I'm trying to think of tag teams. Joe, what I'd like to see, right?
The Hardys.
I was just about to say it, the Hardys, because apparently Matt's wrapping up.
Yeah. But then you don't know what's going on with Jeff. Like, Jeff's in court soon.
See, he's Jeff's in rehab.
Is he? That's.
But I know. Apparently, it's like he's in a good place now. Apparently, like he's like.
Yeah, but it's always you're always on edge with Jeff.
It's always yeah. It's kind of a vicious cycle.
Like, I don't know how it works. Is Jeff gonna? Because they're only saying Matt is contract's up soon. They're not saying nothing about Jeff.
Well, Matt's is up in April.
Yeah.
And Jeff is. But see, the thing is, Matt is up in April, and he recently had a new baby. So
this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very recent.
Yeah.
And so apparently he's leaving soon. He's taking time off to spend time with his new son. Yeah.
He's not really needed anyway on TV. I know.
All he's doing, he's just coming up and putting people over. Like,
yeah, I know he was training to be a producer at one point. He was doing work like that backstage.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the way he's talking now on Twitter is that he's not retiring. Like, he's gonna go back.
Well, you see his tweet, his last tweet, where he's like, "I've paid my debt to WWE now.
Yeah,
I've no regrets."
No, because he said that he didn't want his last chapter in WWE to be
2010. Yeah,
and he said, "I've paid my debt now."
It might be sad, but I kind of want Jeff to retire before he just really fucks himself up. Like,
yeah.
But then I'm like, does he need wrestling to like stay well? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. And you could never see Jeff doing an office job. You know, like you could never see him working as a producer or anything.
Definitely not. No. I always got a band and stuff like, but
yeah.
They're not gonna be winning any Grammys, like. Trying to go to tag teams.
Yeah,
it's certain random tag, like the Basham Brothers. Joe, I saw someone shout for. Drake Maverick tweeted this out. Did you see that?
No.
He's tweeting for Spike Dudley for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I saw it. Did you see the bump? The thing that resurfaced.
The Undertaker.
Hell. And like everyone, it was an anniversary of it today. It was 18 years ago, I think. And there was some people tweeting today being like, what a fucking nutcase. He was like,
like, in fairness to him, like, what a lunatic.
What
was the other one?
There were so many wrestlers tweeted it today. It was like, Spike was one tough SOB.
What was the other one?
Just
like,
stupid.
It was Spike's. It was a spike bump where he went from the ring to the outside again. And I can't remember if he went through a table or if he was just flat
Was
on
that the
floor.
one where Bigelow threw him into the crowd and ECW
No,
crowd
not-
surfed him?
No, not that one.
Was it Bigelow? It was, isn't it?
It might have been when he, like, do you remember when Brock used to show up and just beat him up every so often? I think Brock might have threw him.
Yeah. Spike gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Brock
By
Lesnar
Brock.
comes out and
What?
beats him up.
I'm trying to think of other people to go in now. Other tag teams.
Too cool?
Kishi becomes a 2-time guy then.
Yeah, but like...
I know,
Booker T.
it's lost off prestige. Nah, maybe not. Nah. Well, like,
see, Too Cool I could see.
it's the only way
because-
to get Scotty Tuhati in, isn't it?
And Brian Christopher, because Brian Christopher's dead as well.
Oh, I forgot about
And
Brian
he's-
Christopher.
and
I always forget he was in it. I always just
And
associate
he's
it.
Jerry Lawler's son, like, so I'd say they're trying to find a way to get him in, but I don't know.
I will not rest till Owen Hart is in.
Yeah.
British Bulldog's not in either. Forget about that.
Yeah. Is he not?
No.
Interesting.
And Pillman's not. Well, they all technically are now, aren't they? It wasn't.
No. It was
The Hart Foundation. It was just
the original form. It wasn't the faction. It was the
Jim
tag
Hart.
team,
It was
yeah.
Neidhart.
Brett.
Jimmy Hart's a 2-time guy. I can get
Did he
over Booker T.
Did he actually get inducted?
I think he did.
I thought he inducted him. No.
No, I think it was the iteration of Brett, Neidhart, and
Jimmy. Oh, for fuck's sake! Brett is a 2-time champion, but he deserves.
You deserve that.
A 2-time.
Like, when you think about the 2-time guys, you got Flair, Michaels, Brett.
It should stop there.
It should stop there. Then you've got Jimmy Hart, Booker T. But I can get over Booker T. I'll forgive Booker T. Jimmy Hart can do one.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Jimmy Hart. Never.
Yeah.
I was never a Jimmy Hart fan. I know it's like before my time and stuff, but I never found him interesting.
But see,
even when I was a kid,
there was a lot of underlying things. Like, maybe as a performer, no, but Jimmy Hart, his contributions to the wrestling business are massive because he used to do all the music.
Did he sing Honky Tonk's song, or was that Honky Tonk himself?
I'm not sure about that, but he worked a lot with the music. He worked with Jim Johnson a lot. Jim Johnson's a guy who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he won't be.
Yeah.
He's
get the Warrior Award.
Yeah, but he won't because the Warrior Award is the award people know who.
Yeah, but again, I say this every.
I know, yeah, it's
year.
not. It's not what it's meant to be, but like they're not going to change it now. Like they're not going to do Connor the Crusher and Jim Johnston.
Yeah, Jim Johnson's working with AEW now too, so that's.
Is he? Is he though?
I thought he was doing music for him.
I don't know. I don't know. Was that true?
Yeah.
William Regal should go in.
Regal.
Christian should go in.
If you're looking at tag teams, who else?
I'm trying to think.
It's hard to remember.
I can't remember who's not in. Like
Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
That wouldn't be a bad call.
Yeah. Although they don't like Paul London either.
Yeah, over that smiling thing.
It's so stupid, like.
Well, I'm trying to think who's going now. Do you think? I'm going to ask you this, right? Do you think Cody Rhodes ever goes in?
When it's all said and done, yes.
Like, how long do you think he gets? Like, are you talking 20 years, 30
Well,
years,
you're talking
40 years?
like when he retires.
I'm talking, yeah, I know it's going to be decades, but like.
Yeah, maybe in the next 20 years, 30 years, maybe. What age is he now?
30 something.
30, yeah, when he's 60.
Yeah.
Probably going. He deserves to go in.
Oh, he should.
Yeah.
I think, and it could be at a stage by that time, like they'll be able to like show AEW clips.
Yeah, they'll probably.
Well,
own
who
it.
knows? Who knows what the world will be like in 30 years
yeah.
now? But like,
what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about who, or Eric Bischoff should go in. I think.
is he not in?
No.
If he should go in with the NWO.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, he should. He should actually, but he'd probably induct him.
Like, fuck Waltman, get out of there.
You've had your time.
Yeah, like, stop hogging all the rings.
He'll be. Sean Walton be going out like Thanos.
He'll be inducted. He'll be inducted next year again as the 1, 2, 3 kid. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the 1, 2, 3 Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Yeah, like Thanos, they're just collecting rings. Like, when you think about, like, Triple H is like that guy, isn't he? Because he'll go in with DX, he'll go in with the Authority, he'll go in with Evolution, he'll go in by himself, and he'll go in as, like, what was his, Terrorizing.
Terrorizing.
5 times.
You go in as Hunter Hurst Helmsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might as well go full hog with it now. They might as well induct King Booker and then make up 2 more awards so he's a 5-time Hall of Famer.
If they're doing that, the only thing they should do is Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack.
Yeah. Joe, who,
all in the one ceremony.
Joe, who could be inducted, and he's always had a great relationship with the company, and he probably will go in at some point, is the Boogeyman.
Yeah, you can see it, and he'd do something as well on stage. Like
you're just reminding me because Booker T and it's just fascinating that Booker T's told a story on backstage that for each night that he wrestled, it was $5,000 worth of worms that he'd have with him.
That's mad, man. And what he would just actually eat them, wouldn't he?
Yeah, they were real worms.
He would just gobble them.
He said Booker T said he used to go backstage every night and throw up.
That's fucked up. Like, that's so weird. Like, MVP. Put that for a guy to go in.
Yeah.
Cool. Just as a solid mid-card guy to go in, like.
Yeah.
Plus, he's really good friends with Booker T.
Santino Marella as well.
Yeah, he'll go in. I'm trying to think of tag teams.
Ryder and Hawkins. Edge and Christian. No. Edge will be a 2-time Hall of Famer, I reckon.
Oh, surely. And you know what? It's pure, like, they'll do that and just never give Christian his own ring.
Yeah. But, like, again, I don't think that Christian would mind then. No, Vince just doesn't like Christian.
If you were Christian, would you not? It says a lot, doesn't it, when they want to put, like, a blue dot in his head. Like. Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. Just cover his face. It's like that scene in Step Brothers. Remember that? At the very end, when he's like, I'm sorry, but I just hate your face. It's like, can you just change your face?
Do you ever see did you ever watch the Edge and Christian show on the network?
Yeah.
Did you see the first scene of the very first episode? And it's actually Vince.
No.
And he's like,
I can't remember.
He's like, he comes in and it's like Edge and Christian, but he sees Edge first. And he's like, Edge! He gives him a big hug, and then Christian walks in and he goes, ugh. What are you doing here?
God damn it. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of other people to go into the Hall of Fame. There's so many people who should go in. How long? Alright, here's a question for you. How long before Cena goes in?
I think the question we should be asking is how long before Rock goes in, because Rock...
I think the question we should be asking is how long before Undertaker goes in.
Yeah.
Because Undertaker is just like...
When's he going to stop wrestling?
Whipping a dead horse, isn't it? Literally.
He just signed a lifetime contract.
Yeah, so. Fucking hell. I just think, why do you say Rock?
Because, like... Because Rock is obviously older or been around longer than Cena has, so I think...
I genuinely think it's a possibility Cena goes in before him.
Could happen. Who would induct Cena?
Vince.
Yeah.
Does Vince even induct anyone anymore?
Has he ever inducted anyone? He inducted Austin, that was it. Wasn't it?
Was it? Or did JR induct Austin?
No, Vince definitely inducted Austin. I think that was it.
Who inducts Cena? Who'd be a good one for Cena? That's possible.
Randy Orton.
Oh, that'd be boring. Yeah. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Orton would be hilarious.
He just would have good.
He doesn't. I think Randy Orton is in the top 3 funniest people in wrestling.
Yeah.
He is fucking hilarious. He doesn't give a shit anymore, and it's so good.
Do you remember that time he hit an RKO and he did like a handstand? Or he did the
I watched that episode of SmackDown Live. I thought I was tripping balls when I saw that. I was like, that he was babyface at the time, but still, I was like, that was weird.
Yeah, Cena's a weird one. I would say it's Randy Orton because they were in the same OVW class as well.
Lesnar? I don't know.
Go and give him a German.
You could see, like, you could argue Triple H again. You could argue Triple H with anyone really. Angle?
Possibly. Punk.
Yeah, easily. I mean, like, it's not out of the realm of possibility anymore. How long before Punk goes in? Because Punk's going in.
Oh, I don't know.
They'll induct. You know what they'll do? They'll induct the Nexus, and that's how he'll get his ring.
The the core.
He wasn't in the core, Jack.
The straight edge society.
Yeah, Luke Gallows gets a ring. Enjoy Mercury.
Luke Gallows is gonna get 2 rings. He's gonna go in as Festus as well. Like, you know, he is Jesse and Festus.
Jesse, that's what they go. That's what goes in this year. And Luke Gallows will turn up on stage, and Vince will be like, "What the hell?"
That's that story of. Do you ever hear that story he tells about
yeah.
when they're like, what ring girl we were, and he goes to your man Jesse, he's like, "You, what's your favorite color?" And you were like, yellow. Yellow. And he said, they left the room, and like Luke Gallows was like, "Why did you say yellow?" And he was like, "I couldn't think of any more colors." He's like, I just panicked.
Yellow.
He's like, "Well, you'll be wearing yellow."
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. No.
We'll see. We'll cover them as they keep coming out.
It'll be interesting to see
Go on.
when Jericho goes in and him inducts him.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes.
Oh God. Because
Michaels.
Jericho's
Michaels will induct him.
Yeah, but see, Jericho's a weird one where Vince could induct him. Like,
yeah, because he's like they're like best.
They have a weird relationship. Like,
you know, they still text.
Oh yeah, you
they
know.
I'm saying as in like they definitely do. Like, my fucking phone.
You're a popular man, are you?
What is this? I don't know. Just group chat. Silent.
But it's yeah, it's Vince's like, or Jericho would be a strange one. You could go Kevin Owens, maybe towards the tail end of his career. Dean Malenko.
He's been AEW too now.
Oh shit, he is. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Do you know what? When do AEW bring in a Hall of Fame? I hope not for years, like, but like it's weird. You forget AEW are still like are just about a year old, and not even not even really. Like, I mean, like AEW as a company are a year old, but like it's still, when was first pay-per-view was May, and like first TV was October. Like it's kind of crazy in that sense, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll bring in a Hall of Fame.
They probably will years down the line. Like,
I don't know. They'll have, like, TNA did it. It was awful.
TNA was crap. Yeah, they do like one inductee a year.
Yeah,
one, not even a year.
Because they didn't have enough inductees to induct.
Who was the first one? Was it the Dudleys? No, it was Sting. Oh no, it was Angle.
Was it?
I think it was Angle.
Didn't Dixie go in?
Dixie went in, yeah.
It's
not
ridiculous.
Not WWE.
No, in TNA. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
you inducted yourself. That's ridiculous. Like,
it's like the one rule Vince has. Yeah.
The golden rule.
I know, yeah. So we'll start. We'll bring you more news about Hall of Fame inductees as they get announced, because they'll they announce 4 months in advance. So who knows when the next one's going to come? Like,
yeah.
So
it's usually January when we're.
January is usually when you get the headliner, and then you get like one kind of every 2 weeks to a week.
Yeah. You just take a pause there. We're going to go back with TLC.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Are we back?
Are we back? I don't know.
So
yeah.
TLC.
To listen. Yeah.
To look. The Phantom card.
Yeah. So literally, on last Friday gone, we got the first match announcements. It's this Sunday, Jack. So there's 7 matches announced now. I'm presuming there'll be like 7 more announced in the meantime. So yeah, we're gonna go off these 7, and look, whatever happens. I'd also like to point out there's 7 singles titles on the main roster. Not one is being defended.
Yeah, but like it's been lazy booking the last.
Says a lot,
weeks.
doesn't it? Well,
it's very, very lazy booking.
You can just tell they don't give a shit.
And it's tables, ladders, and chairs. Like, it's a ladders match. Like, why isn't there any titles being defended?
No, there's titles being defended. There's no singles.
No, but you know what I mean. Like there's a perfect opportunity for you to tell that story.
Oh, I know.
It's just stupid, lazy writing by the writers. Like,
yeah.
If I got the reins of that company, I'd go in and fuck them all home. Like, I'd go home, get out.
They'd probably be like, "Oh, thank God.
There should be 45s. Get out.
Fucking out. Do you not know what the concept of the ladder match is?" So, all right, let's just do this. I don't know. I think first up, it is an open challenge for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. It is the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar defend their titles against anyone.
Mm.
Who are they facing? Who wins?
AOP and AOP.
That's an interesting shout. That's actually something I never thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Stopped you there, didn't I?
You did, yeah. You clearly thought about this.
Yeah.
I haven't.
You were going to say Hawkins and Ryder.
No, actually, I was going to say another team.
I saw something online. Sorry not to cut you off. But I saw something online. But I'm not sure if it's true or if someone was joking. That a couple of weeks back, Hawkins and Ryder won a number 1 contenders match and they never got their match.
That actually sounds familiar. As in, like, I remember them winning the number 1 contenders match.
And they never got a match.
I think they got it on a house show. That's how shit it was.
That's so stupid. That's
lazy
lazy booking.
I remember that. They got it on a house show.
Fine.
I think it was the MSG house show or something, so it was like one of the big ones.
Fine. Or was it on Starcade?
No, it wasn't Starcade.
Which was meant to be a disaster.
Oh, meant to be so bad.
So
I reckon, I don't think it'll be AOP.
Okay.
Because I think it's just too soon. I reckon that'll be something for down the line.
Yeah.
Because I really want that match. I really want Viking Raiders versus AOP because I think it'd be class.
Yeah.
Plus, I can't figure out if Viking Raiders are heels or faces. I don't know what they are.
They're just
Vikings.
They're just Vikings.
I'm gonna go for the OC, Gallows and Anderson.
To win or to lose?
And Raiders to retain.
Okay.
Because I think they're just gonna build up the Raiders just as like dominators, just like they're. Yeah. I want them to have a long. Because I told you this. The last time we got a Raw Tag Team / WWE Tag Team Championship title reign over 100 days was the New Day's 483-day reign. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Every single reign has been under 100 days.
Yeah.
So like I want a decent long reign of like dominance, but like the problem is that you don't have enough tag teams.
No.
That's the issue. But like.
Yeah, it gets repetitive then as to.
Yeah, like even if they got to like Mania, which isn't out of like that's not.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, like you know, so like I think AOP should be the ones to take the belts off them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
but I think it might just be a bit too soon because we still haven't seen them return in ring. I think they won't do that in an open challenge. I think they'd do that. I mean, they might like, but I think they'd do that on Raw. You know. Plus, I think if they do anything, it'll be it'll be something with Rollins.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was meant to be. They were meant to announce Rollins versus Owens for TLC, but Rollins broke one of his fingers, so apparently he can't wrestle. So I say we'll probably get a promo or something.
Like you know, Kurt Angle's wrestled with broken necks. Like
a finger. I think it was like his baby finger too. It was
it's like that time I remember Sin Cara called off a match because he broke his finger.
What a wimp.
Triple H finished the match and took a
tore quad.
And took a fucking Walls of Jericho with a torn quad.
Bam. Yeah. Just goes to... You see where Triple H is now and you see where Sin Cara is.
Mick Foley almost died. Numerous occasions.
I was going to say it. Which time?
Yeah.
So next up is a tables match. And it is Rusev versus Bobby Lashley in a table match. Who'd you have and why in this one? First of all, have you enjoyed this storyline?
It's growing on me. It actually has.
Oh, fuck's sake, Jack.
It has. Like, just say what you want about it. Say how corny it is and say about that. But first off, it's the only storyline in WWE that actually has a proper story to it. And
the Rollins Owens thing makes sense.
But that's wrong. But it's the first storyline in a long while that I feel like they've been known where they've been going.
Yeah, for a while.
For a while, where they've started at the end and worked their way back in terms of not going week to week, going, what will we do this week?
You know what though, right? I'm not a fan of the storyline in the sense, but I'm not a fan of the storyline for the simple reason that Bobby Lashley is a charisma vacuum, and Lana is the worst actress I've ever seen in my life. Rusev is carrying this thing.
Rusev has been... he deserves
He is taking this ball and running as fast and as far as he can with it.
But see, he's getting... people are...
making the most of his minutes, like...
And he's getting the reaction, so you can't complain about that.
No, you can't, like...
people are
I want
invested in it.
like
So.
that's the thing. I want to see him beat the shit out of Lashley. Like I want to see him put Lana in the Acolyte. But that's the thing.
Wouldn't it be like I was thinking. Like what if they did the double turn and it turned out he was colluding with Lana all along?
Might not. It's not out of the realms of possibility.
That'd be amazing. That'd be
Would
feud
it?
of the year if that
Would
happened.
it? No, it wouldn't. Don't you dare say that. No, it wouldn't. That would suck. That would absolutely suck.
Why?
Because like it's the epitome of 50-50 booking. Like Lana went out of her way to divorce Rusev just to be like, like why Lashley? What did he ever do to him? Like what did he ever do to Rusev?
I don't know.
Ever like.
I don't know, but like it just shows how if Rusev did turn heel, it just shows how much what he's willing to go to.
You want Rusev to turn heel?
Yeah, what do you think of?
I thought you meant Lana to turn face.
No, I want Rusev to turn heel and make it be like that he was colluding with Lana this entire time.
But to what end? Like what's the end goal? Why Lashley?
To beat up Bobby Lashley. I don't know.
Why though?
I don't know.
Like he's achieved that without turning heel.
Yeah, but like it'll just show then how far he's willing to go. He's willing to let his wife sleep with another man just so he can win.
But for what reason? What beef did he have with Lashley?
No, maybe he gets a title shot after this. I don't know.
If that was the case, then do it to Brock Lesnar, not fucking Lashley.
He has to test the waters first and see if it works.
But Joe's kind of weird though. Joe's kind of weird. Like I'm assuming this is going to be the end of this story. Like,
would it be hilarious if like he did turn and then they just like the next night broke up again and then she got with Lesnar and he did the exact same thing. Just made Brock look stupid.
But like, what I don't get though is like they've divorced, right? But they are like that was kayfabe. They're still married in real life and they're still very much a couple. Like they can never be seen together again. Keeping kayfabe alive.
Be hard.
Keeping kayfabe alive.
But it must be hard. Like I saw Lance Storm tweeted when they first started doing this. Never involve your wife in storyline because like look what happened to Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah,
like,
Jesus,
you know?
Yeah. We might be seeing and look what happened to fucking. Well, that was more art imitating life. What I was going to say, look what happened to Edge and Lita and stuff. But that was the other way around.
Yeah.
That was real life that got brought into a storyline.
Yeah. Same with Karen Jarrett.
Yeah. So who do you think wins?
It's probably Lashley. The baby
Jesus, if Lashley wins this.
But like it's WWE, like.
No.
And Vince loves Bobby Lashley. No, I'd probably go Rusev. But like,
Rusev, like, come on.
Yeah.
Rusev's winning. And
I feel it wouldn't surprise me if like this has been like Paul Heyman's main storyline. Because I said it earlier.
There have been flashes of brilliance.
No, yeah, and I said it earlier that it's been probably the most structured storyline in a very long time.
Well, yeah. Yeah, true. I mean,
there's been a story, and the story's progressed each week.
What, like if you just took Lashley, or not even Lashley, if you took Lana out and just put anyone else in there, it'd probably be fine. Lana's ruining it for me.
Yeah, but you know what? With the creative that's in it, it could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been fucking horrible.
Yeah, but it's been okay.
It feels like this should have been Rusev versus Mike Kanellis and Maria, but Rusev with Maria.
I think that's what they were doing.
That was probably the original idea.
Yeah.
But then they were like, Maria's legit pregnant. So no, I can see Lana taking a bump here as well. I can see Lana going through a table.
Possibly.
Like being on the apron, like missed match kick through a table.
Yeah.
Which could lead to Lashley winning. Maybe.
Did you see Corey Graves' tweet during Raw?
Maybe. I think I did, but I can't remember.
You know, like he's hit and miss on Twitter, Corey.
Yeah, oh Jesus!
No, I enjoyed that one. It was like, why didn't they play my entrance music at my divorce hearing? It was good. It was good.
He had two. I think he had another one though. There was like two. Corey had. Well, I'll check because I'll give him the proper credit if he did. But like, I think he had two very good tweets.
Oh no, I laughed.
When he's on form, he's good.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the time, he's not on form. Hold on now. Oh, this is the one. I thought this was hilarious, right? Serious question. Do AOP speak each other's languages, or do they just assume they're making similar points?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. And then it was he had another one going, Sammy is hanging on tight to that wild card rule.
Yeah.
When he's sober on Twitter, he's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going Rusev as well. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Rusev for showing up to his divorce hearing in a Donald Duck t-shirt. Donald Duck t-shirt and a blazer. Okay, so next up is a match that I have mixed emotions on, right? But I have an idea as to how you can salvage it.
Okay.
No, okay. I'll just say what the match is. It's the TLC match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Is the Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane defending against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, right? Now, there's a lot of rumors saying that this is main eventing, right? The arena's advertising that it's main eventing. It has been for weeks.
Okay.
Now, I don't want it to main event. I don't personally. I don't feel like any of these matches feel like a main event.
Have they brought up in any point of this feud last year?
Asuka beat him.
Yeah, have they?
I don't think so. No.
That's stupid.
Asuka is
in the same pay-per-view, the same match. Why aren't they bringing this up?
Joe, if Asuka wins, she is like the queen of TLC.
Yeah.
Like this year, this year she wins. Last year she beat Charlotte and Becky, and the year before she debuted and won.
No, they're not going to win.
I know they're not going to win. I'm also going Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, but I have an idea as to how you can make it good. But in my head, to make it good, the Kabuki Warriors have to win, but they're not going to win.
They're not going to win. So does that
make a shame?
Because
Becky Two Belts was back, like
Becky Two Belts and Becky Champ and all that.
They can sell the shirts again.
Yeah, tis the season.
Literally, fucking hell, I don't like the story because when Becky and Charlotte, half of this feud, are outspoken on Twitter saying how much they hate being in the tag division.
Yeah.
That's surely a sign.
Well, is that playing up to it because they're not really getting along?
No, I think that's genuinely them being hello. Becky Lynch is I'm the Raw Women's Champion. I haven't defended my title in 2 months. What's the story?
Yeah.
But isn't that up to you, Becky, though? I'm sorry, but I'm really souring on Becky Lynch.
It's just the way that they're booking her.
People are so I don't know. I think her title reign since Mania has been very weak.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
controversial as it may be.
As well, actually, it's interesting to note that Charlotte trademarked Ashley Flair.
Yeah, I think it was actually not Flair. I think it was Flair, actual FLA.
Oh yeah,
I think it was.
And
the Queen of Wrestling.
The Queen of Wrestling and Andrade.
He
trademarked
La Sombra, and he trademarked El Idolo.
Yeah. I would imagine their contract's supposed to be up soon.
I say that's just
that's just get more money out of
That's just a safety net.
I just get more money out of Vince.
Oh yeah,
because Vince,
if he thought he was losing Charlotte.
Oh, he would throw the kitchen sink at her.
Yeah,
but he'd give him the shirt off his back.
He genuinely would. So yeah, first of all, let me say, I think this match will be really good.
Sorry,
go on.
Because she did say the thing as well about Tessa Blanchard and who
yeah. So the only person who's
stirring
the only woman who's viable to be a horsewoman.
Vince is God damn it!
He's just panicking.
They give her $1 billion contract.
Yeah. First of all, let me say that I think this match will be good. I think it'll be really good.
I do too.
I think it'll be entertaining. Yeah. But I just
Kairi's going to take him.
She's going to do it. Oh, did you see her elbow on Raw this week? She did an insane elbow from the top rope to the outside through a table to Becky. So they're going to do the same thing but off a ladder.
Yeah, but I think team.
Because it's going to be
Charlotte.
Yeah, because they're going to do best of frenemies thing again.
Yeah, which is one of the most overused storylines.
But I have an idea of how to salvage it. Right, this isn't my prediction because I think Lynch and Flair are winning. Yeah. This in my head. This is how you make it better, right? So it looks like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are about to win, right? And I'd have Becky be the one climbing the ladder, and it looks like she's going to get the belts. Next thing, the ladder gets tilted over. Who is it that tilts it over? Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler gets called up or called across, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And comes over, she has unfinished business with Becky. Costs her the match and Charlotte, and that's important. And it allows the Kabuki Warriors to retain because they think they should retain, but they won't retain. And
makes sense for Shane as well, but
yeah, but here's where I go with it, right? So then you have the match be booked for the Royal Rumble, Becky Lynch versus Shayna for the Raw Women's title, right? But Charlotte is upset because she was cost the match as well. She's been dragged into it. So you make it a triple threat: Charlotte versus Becky versus Shayna for the Raw Women's title, and then I'd have Becky win.
Yeah, but then again, you're Charlotte, who's now a babyface. You're making
She's not
her.
A babyface. She's not a babyface.
Yeah, she's just but everyone hated her last year when she kept being for no reason being trusted.
No, this is a reason.
Yeah,
I have viable reasons here.
Yeah.
But I would book it that Becky retains the title by pinning Charlotte.
Yeah.
And then you build to Mania with Becky versus Shayna, and Shayna beats Becky at Mania.
Yeah.
Shayna avenges Ronda's loss, essentially. And then you can bring Ronda back Raw after Mania and have Ronda Shayna feud.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be.
That's what I would do.
But
that's a lot of fantasy booking there.
Yeah, but you know it's going to be.
It'll be Becky Charlotte at Mania. It'll be Becky Charlotte at Mania. I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
Because they're going to do the tag titles. They're going to do the Strowman Rollins story like that from 2 months ago.
God. They keep rehashing the storyline. It's ridiculous. It worked once in the Attitude Era.
With Austin or was it Rock
Austin and Taker?
Austin Taker. They did it a few times in it. They did, they did a lot of started off uneasy and then became friends later on down the line. But they've done it loads of times. They did it with Shawn Michaels and John Cena. They did it with John Cena and The Miz. They did it with John Cena and the Nexus.
They did it with John Cena and Orton as well at one point in there.
No, never with Orton.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah. But it'll be a good match probably, so at least that.
Yeah.
So both going Becky and Charlotte to win.
Yeah.
Next up is a match that I'm really looking forward to. This is going to be match of the night, Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. That could be great. And you know what?
Good, yeah.
But you know what though, right? Everyone's like, oh, it's going to be on the pre-show. They're going to do us all dirty and put it on the pre-show. It was announced on Monday Night Raw. I doubt they put it on the pre-show.
The pre-show will be. I guarantee you, the pre-show match isn't even announced yet.
No, it's not.
2 days.
I don't think it will be either. Yeah, I think this is getting main card. I hope they get they won't, but I would love 15 minutes.
20.
15 to 20, but they won't.
No, they won't. No, they'll get 10.
But even at that,
I honestly, we'd be lucky if Aleister Black just doesn't squash him. If we actually get a match out,
do you think so?
Yeah.
I think I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it'll be.
See, I think Vince would be enamored with Aleister Black, and then he sees Buddy Murphy's size.
Second coming of the Undertaker.
Yeah. Yeah. No, if given enough time, that'll be a fantastic match.
Because this is just reminiscent of the Aleister Black Cesaro match from Extreme Rules. Yeah. Plus, that was under 10 minutes. You forget that, that was that was
a really good match.
So and that for a lot of people that was match of the night. I think it was my match of the night as well.
Yeah, I can't take back that far now.
I just remember loving that match. I can't remember what else was on the card.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can. But I just remember being that was really good.
Yeah.
But I think that you say Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. You're just stylistically that could be brilliant.
Yeah. Actually, before I forget about it, where there's vignettes running for Sheamus to come back.
There is, and vignettes for Liv Morgan to come back.
Yeah, which is intriguing, but just on the topic of Sheamus, how do you bring him back? Because it looks like they're going to bring him back as they're bringing him back as a heel, and they're bringing him back as a big heel because he's
calling everyone out.
Yeah, but is he just going to get lost in the shuffle because of the Fiend?
So I think I know who his first opponent will be. I think it'll be Shorty G / Chad Gable. because
Yeah.
because if you think back to his first vignette or his first video thing, he was like, we've got fiends, we've got kings, we've got a shorty G, whatever that is.
Yeah,
Like, it was kind of, he made a point about the shorty G.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you just wrestle Cesaro.
which I think Cesaro's on Raw.
He was on SmackDown a few weeks back.
Or is he? I don't even know.
Remember, they did a SmackDown. Was that before? I don't
know. Brandy's on.
No, it was on.
Oh, you might be right. I think he might be on SmackDown, actually.
Yeah, there was definitely a SmackDown. It was right before the Saudi Arabia. It was the Friday before the Saudi Arabian show, and they did like a big fight or like 6-man between the two, Team Flair and Team Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason, because there was Raw members on Team Hogan or Flair,
Both of them.
Hogan. That it was only the SmackDown guys, and it was like 3 against 2. And then they brought Cesaro in.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
He was a heel, actually. He wrestled as a heel because he was with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn brought him in.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Sammy. They've done like tag teams with Cesaro and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I want Sheamus.
Let's just bring the bar back.
Yeah, they could. I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, Bar versus the New Day. Haven't wrestled.
Where have we seen that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. I love Sheamus. I always have. Even when like people hated him in like 2015 when he was.
No, I love Sheamus.
I love Sheamus. I think I think he seems like one of the coolest guys.
You forget he won the WWE title that time.
4 times.
No, you forget that he won it that year.
Survivor Series, cashed it in.
Yeah.
And like, that was such the League of Nations.
Yeah, less said about that the better.
Sheamus is great. Sheamus is great. I don't think he'll ever come up against the Fiend though.
No.
I think he'll get his wish. I think he'll get the IC title.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think because that's what he wants. That's what he wants.
IC champion, isn't it?
Nakamura.
Still, when was the last time he defended that?
Apparently, we were meant to get it on this card. We were meant to get the program they want to do is Nakamura versus Strowman, but Strowman's injured, so he's.
Yeah, but like, just give him a match, like just.
I suppose, yeah. This is like the common thing with Nakamura's title reigns is like he gets it and then holds it for months and just never defends it.
Yeah. This pay-per-view, and it comes up every year, I think, especially around this time. But I think you're looking at this pay-per-view, you realise that the majority of it is garbage.
Oh, this is shite.
And like, it just enhances
like
it enhances the argument of there should be an off season.
The only reason Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy's on this is because they couldn't be arsed putting any major titles on this. Like, genuinely, like it's so sad as well.
Yeah.
I hope they put on just like they're let's say they're told you have 10 minutes or you have 9 minutes. I hope they sit down somewhere, the two of them, and go, what's the best match we can do in 9 minutes? And they just go up there and fucking tear the house down.
Yeah.
I hope so. But I don't know. No one enough they'll get like 2. Who do you actually think winning?
Aleister Black.
Aleister Black's winning. Next up is a match. Like, I think Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy is probably going to be the best match in the show. But I think this match is the match I'm most intrigued for.
Yeah.
This is I'm going to spoil it all now. I'm not planning on watching this pay-per-view live.
Yeah, me neither.
But if I was going to, it would be for this match.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt versus The Miz. No, non-title. Universal title is not on the line here.
That's strange.
And it's Funhouse Bray. That is official.
Is it official?
It's official. If the graphic is Funhouse Bray.
Weird.
Because the Fiend has Daniel Bryan somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know, is that why the Universal title is not on the line? Because the Fiend is Universal Champion? Yeah, and then Bray has a belt? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's weird that the title's not on the line. The title should be on the line, really. Why isn't it? There's no reason for it not to be.
Yeah, it's weird what they're going to do with this.
Yeah, I'm so intrigued for this. Because what's his entrance going to be? How is he going to wrestle? I
hope he has the puppets and everything. Like,
is he going to wrestle in the sweater?
I hope they go full. You know what? He'll wrestle in like the Muscle Man dance gear.
Yes.
The sweatbands and everything.
Yes. Now you're talking. Now
That'd be
you're
cool.
talking. That is what he'll do.
And the song, instead of the lights, the song plays the entire time. The Muscle Man dance.
Or just the intro, just that like 3-second intro. You've cracked it. That's what it'll be. It'll be the Muscle Man dance gear. I think the general idea online that I've seen is that halfway through, somehow he'll become the Fiend. Like he'll go on. I don't know how. I don't know how. Like I know how people think this is done. I don't know how people like.
Yeah. He'd put the mask on. He'd be in the fucking.
He's not fucking Jim Carrey. Like he's like, but like I've seen a lot of people say that like he'll go under the ring at some point to come up the Fiend. Or
I think it's gonna happen, and I fucking hope they don't do it.
Miz beats him.
No, they have a doppelganger be
the Fiend.
Yeah.
How did the tattoos then like? His tattoos are so
You
visible.
could just have him long sleeve.
Oh well, yeah, he could have the jacket on.
Yeah.
Maybe. Nah, fuck, I'd hate that. Because a lot of people were saying that. I was like, what if they're building towards Funhouse Bray versus Fiend Bray?
Oh, no.
Imagine, like, Funhouse Bray gets sick of, like, the Fiend running rampant and turns face, like...
Gonna wrestle a hologram. With WWE, like, you know their storytelling will be so lazy that he'll just be getting beaten up and he'll walk over and pick up the mask and put it on.
You know? It's like Kane. But like
Festus.
Everything goes back to Festus with you.
Yeah. It's been a very Festus heavy episode.
But I'm intrigued by it because I want to see what it's like. And I like the storyline because I like the family thing. I like that the Miz is involved with Daniel Bryan and stuff. I like this whole story.
Do you know what? I actually don't think the match is going to happen.
Yeah, it mightn't actually. Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is they might do something where like Miz is in the ring, and then Bray Wyatt's at Miz's house.
Yeah,
with his family.
That'd
be
sick. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
It depends on the placement. It depends on the placement too, because they're the two on the poster as well, which is leading people to believe that this is main eventing.
Yeah.
But
that'd be cool. I don't know. Would they be able to do it? I don't know what the thing, but like you get the Miz in the ring, and then you get like, we're really glad that you're, and then it just goes backstage like to the Firefly Funhouse, and he's holding Monroe.
I was thinking that. I was thinking like, what if he robs the baby?
Like, oh my god! Oh, they should go full.
What's the new one? What's the new child's name? Madison.
Oh yeah, he has the second child. Yeah, even better, the baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because Monroe's like 2 or 3 or something.
Or else have do what the Raven Sandman storyline where they've become members of the Firefly Funhouse.
But remember,
they love Bray.
Yeah, remember
that'd be fucking class.
Remember when Bray feuded with Roman?
Yeah, and he was sending the pictures of his daughter and all that. Yeah.
Remember everyone was like, what if he robs his daughter?
That
was your chance to rectify.
I remember on this podcast, when we first started, I was going hard for campaigning for that,
for kidnapping. But I think
it'd be cool because the family thing. And,
I think it'd be awesome.
And they already did the picture of him having the daughter.
It would be so cool.
Yeah.
It would be so cool. It would really put Bray over as sicko.
I actually think it's not going to happen this match now that I think more of it.
I don't want it to.
There's going to be more. You don't want it to not happen, or you don't want.
I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
I think Funhouse Bray wrestling doesn't make sense to me.
Or even if he comes out and the match doesn't start and he just grabs the microphone. He's like, he has her.
Yeah,
he has her, or something like that. And then the Miz runs away.
Yeah, I would count it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think is going to happen though? Right? Do you want this is my immediate thought. I hope your idea comes true. I'd rather the match didn't happen. We got something cool like that. But in my head, I was like, the match will start, or I don't know how far you'll even get into match, or maybe it just happens immediately. But we'll get Daniel Bryan will come back as whatever the fuck he is now. And he'll beat up the Miz and he'll cost or whatever.
He'll beat up the Miz.
Because I think he's gonna be brainwashed. I think he's gonna be because the Fiend has him, right? This is all we're told. That the Fiend has him.
Okay. So here's what you do, right? You have that whole thing of the Miz whatever, or like the whole baby scandal thing where he takes the baby or
Baby
whatever,
robbing, yeah.
and then Daniel Bryan comes back. Miz is like I know we don't like each other, but we
Tag
need.
team match.
It was like we need to get together. We need to be a unit. And all this, and Brian's like, yeah, and then they do like a handicap match with the Fiend, and then start to the bell. Brian just beats the shit out of Miz,
Yeah.
and then they joins Bray.
Becomes a member of the Funhouse.
Mm.
No, because like I think that's what's happening, because like what Bray is telling us is the Fiend has Brian, or you know what, he has Brian, and like he's not done with him yet.
Mm.
So like
Yeah, Brian's gonna come back. Yeah,
as a fucking lunatic.
yeah.
I hope he doesn't come back like clean shaven. I hope he's all like patchy hair and like that'd be
The man has a life outside of
fuck him. No, he's a vegan.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I don't hippie.
Oh god, don't open that kind of
No,
worms.
Jesus, yeah, that's why I took that back super quick. So yeah, Bray Wyatt versus The Miz. Are you going for no match? So
No match, no contest.
okay, I'm gonna go.
Or else Bray by count out, whichever. The match, they're not gonna wrestle.
I'm gonna be. I can't see this being like. Yeah, I think I'm more confident with this not happening.
Yeah.
So next up, we've got 2 matches to go. Do you know, for a pay-per-view that we've said is shit and there's no build, we've talked a lot about it.
Yeah.
For the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, it is the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day, defending their titles against The Revival. Do you have them away?
This is different. This is a weird one. I'm gonna go with The New Day.
Yeah, I'm going to The New Day too.
Did you see actually the planned storyline? What the planned storyline was before Woods got injured?
No.
That like Kofi was going to the loss was going to be affecting him so much that he was going to become the weak link.
Okay.
I remember they started it. Remember he lost
Yeah.
a match, and like Big E was like that, and we all thought it was going to be like a turn or something, but it was actually that it was what it's going to be is that they like Kofi was just the weak link, and it was going to lead to like a kind of a change of character for Kofi, but it wasn't a heel turn.
Yeah,
that's what else said.
More serious,
he was going to be in the New Day, but he was going to be more intense because the loss would have affected him and all that. And then eventually it would have worked its way back to him to redeeming himself.
Regular Kofi, yeah. I think we have to mention though, while the New Day is on the topic, that on their second episode of their podcast this week, they revealed all of the names that were thrown up by creative. Apparently, these were the good ideas. And this was a fairly long list of the names that they could have been called.
Oh, I saw it, yeah.
Jesus, there were so many. My personal favourite was The Temptations.
Were they like a band in the 60s?
They are a band, yeah. Hold on now, because I just have to guess some of these, because some of these were hilarious. Okay, so The Beat, Harmonies 3, which is another cracker, The House of Light, Vibe and Vision, The Beacon, Trilogy with 2 L's, specified, The Cause, which was, they actually said they were fond of that one.
Yeah.
The Amen, like the X-Men, but the Amen, The Nation of Salvation. Thank God it wasn't that one.
Yeah, because people were comparing him to the Nation before that.
That was another one, The New Nation. That was another name.
Was it?
Yeah. Brothers of Xavier. KBX. Kofi, Big E, Xavier.
How lazy can you be? Now this is coming from coming from someone who podcast is named JBW. But anyway.
That stands for Just Because Wrestling.
There's no other hidden meaning at all.
The Advent. The Voice. That's a show, guys. You can't use that one. And The Temptations, like I said.
They would have been there before the show was,
but there was loads of other ones as well, and they were hilarious. And the New Day put forward they got like there was at least 25-30 names they got off creative. The New Day then put forward 3 names. The first was By Any Means Necessary. The second was The New Way, and then finally The New Day.
And then the New Day.
Yeah. But controversial opinion, I think the New Day as a name sucks. I think
Worked for him.
it worked for him, but like I just think it's so weird how their gimmick evolved. They were like gospel preachers, or what was their gimmick? They were like born again Christians.
Yeah, but like you can't argue that it sold a ton merch.
Oh, don't get me wrong, the New Day are brilliant.
Yeah.
I love the New Day.
The amount of money they've made for that company.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
And like it's weird because I know I get where you're coming from with the name, but then you can't picture them.
I couldn't call them anything else.
Yeah, but you can't picture them not coming out to it's New Day. Yes, it is. You know, like that's their kind of thing. You know.
No, it fits them now. Like,
yeah.
But like when you kind of take it in a vacuum, it sounds kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But we're both going the New Day there anyway.
Yeah.
And finally, I don't think this will be. I'm not sure if this is the main event or not. But look, anyway. Yeah. It is another TLC match. It is Roman Reigns versus King Corbin. We have money here. I know he's annoyed. I tell you why he's not, because I can tell already. It's because there's no title on the line. It's one fall to a finish. It's a TLC match. That's not how they.
That's actually not it at all. I'm just so frustrated with this feud.
Really? I don't think it's that bad. I think it's better than.
He's a dog. Woof woof.
Shut up, Alvarez.
No, it's.
I thought the dog food thing was kind of cool. It was real dog food too.
It put. Well, was it? I
it was
thought,
it was real dog food.
Really, I thought Booker T said on backstage it wasn't.
No, Corbin said it was real anyway.
CM Punk brought up a great point. He was like, "Why was there dog food underneath the ring?"
Yeah,
he's like, "Who are you feeding?"
You could bring that up for.
And then he was like, "Well, I suppose why is there kendo sticks underneath?"
Exactly.
The ring? He's like,
just in case Steve Blackman decides to show up every so often.
Yeah, but I just love Punk calling him out and their bullshit.
Like that's.
And then he was like, I hope it gets revealed that there's someone.
There's a dog under the ring.
No, that there's someone under the ring working with Baron Corbin. He's like, I hope like Hornswoggle comes back and
dog food.
turns heel with King Corbin. He's Jester. But
So I don't mind this feud like because. I loved actually that. See what Corbin said on backstage. He was like, wrestling fans are the easiest fans to trigger, and then people were getting people went mental. People went crazy. He was like, people were like, wrestling fans. Don't you mean WWE fans? You're so inconsistent with your product. And they're like, oh my god, you're such an idiot. Yeah. It's like you're such a fucking mark. You're the definition of mark.
Some people.
I love Corbin. He's turned such a corner with him because he's so good at his job.
Yeah, the barking segment and the English, the one in
the dog mascot.
Yeah, that was awful. That was probably the worst segment of the year. Like.
No, I wouldn't say that.
What's worse? Nothing.
There was. There was, and let me remember it because it. Oh my god, it was recent as well. It wasn't that anyway.
Was it something to do with Sami Zayn? He's a bad segments.
Oh my god, what was it? There's been a few candidates.
The electric chair was awful.
That was one of them, but not
shocking.
This was this was recent. Oh my god, what was it? Hold on, let me try and find this because it was
bad segments.
I got over the dog thing.
Do you remember who it was? Who
I have a feeling it wasn't the Maria Kanellis thing, the pregnancy thing. Oh no, worst segment.
Jerry Springer wasn't involved in that, was he?
No, he wasn't. He wanted to be.
Oh god.
It might have been.
Remember the segment? Remember that night with the Bellas he was in? And she was like, "I wish you died in the womb."
Oh my god! Yeah.
It was an awful segment.
People are saying, "Oh, what is it?" Try to find it because once I see it, I'll know it. Like, it might. Come on, where is it? Where is it? It might have been when the Lana pregnancy thing. That was terrible. I hated that. But I'm convinced there was something.
The Lana, yeah.
When she came out, remember the UK episode? She came out and she said she first had sex with Bobby Lashley 9 weeks ago. I'm a woman. I'm a 12-week pregnant woman. And everyone was like, what?
See, it makes sense.
And she was like, Rusev put his little Machka baby in me. And then she was like, and then Rusev came out and like was like, what? And she was like, yes, I'm pregnant with your child, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then she jumped Rusev from behind, which brought Lashley out, and then Lashley attacked Rusev. And then the two of them walked up the ramp kissing and stuff, and like Joe when the camera zooms in on like really close so you can pick up the audio.
Yeah.
And Lana was like, I can't believe he thought I was pregnant. Ha 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 ha. And they're like, so the entire point of that was so Lashley could attack him.
Yeah.
Which he could have done anyway.
Strange.
That really annoyed me. The dog thing didn't bother me.
Yeah. Who's gonna win? Roman.
Duh.
Yeah.
Did they feud before?
Loads of times.
Because I remember, like, this feels like this has been going on decades. Like,
it's one of those things as well that they always get stuck together.
Always
and
go
big
back to it, yeah, don't they?
And stuff like that. It's always like,
but when did it happen last?
Didn't he pin Corbin at the Saudi Arabia show?
No, I'm talking about when did they feud 1-on-1 last?
I don't know.
Because it feels like they're always feuding. I don't know why.
Top heel and top baby face.
Yeah.
Just
football stars, the two of them.
Yeah. Right, we're 2 hours in when we leave it at that.
So that's been us.
Yeah. Follow us on whatever it's called. It's late.
You can tell we care. So follow us at JB Wrestling 1998 on Twitter, and we're on Podbean. Check us out there. If you go onto our Twitter, you'll find us Podbean.
We're on anywhere you get your podcasts.
YouTube at Just Because Wrestling.
Yes.
All that stuff. All that good stuff. And yeah, enjoy TLC. Or try to anyway, at least. It's not looking great, but you know, WWE often do this where they just pull out marvelous pay-per-views out of nowhere.
Yeah. You probably, like, there's no point in me saying this, but I might live tweet AEW tonight, but by the time this comes out...
You could be asleep.
Well, by the time this comes out anyway, it'll be after happening. But,
yeah. And what else was I going to say?
Go back and read my tweets.
Yeah. We mightn't be here next week. I'm not confident that we'll be here next week, but we'll almost definitely be here at some point the week
Christmas
after next
week.
Yeah, at some point. Or we'll try to be.
What we'll do is we're going to say it now. We'll get an episode. It's the 11th now. We will have an episode out before Christmas, and it's going to be a Christmas special.
Okay, fair enough.
And then the week after will be the end of the decade awards.
Yes, and then one of those will.
And we will do our
Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, at some stage, yeah. But we will do our annual look back on the year.
Oh shit! Yeah, we have to predict what happens next year.
Yeah. So.
I lost my notes. But you still
I'll go back and listen to the show.
Yeah, because I changed phones in the meantime, and I don't have notes on this one for some reason. So
I'll go back and listen to that show and see what the story was.
I know mine were drastically wrong though.
I can't remember what mine was.
I think one of mine was Adam Cole becomes WWE champion.
One of mine was like Punk's gonna wrestle again.
You were close. I was close too. Adam Cole, he was on.
He wrestled.
he was on Survivor Series.
he wrestled.
He existed.
Right, that's with us.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Fun piece.